Hello, and welcome back to Forged by Geeks with more Slay the Spire after playing the slime correctly this time.
Woo! Go us! We can actually play the game! Woo!
I can follow rules occasionally. And read symbols.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Okay, so Peter, if you want to start putting the tokens on the screen.
Let's do that.
We can get this going. And Nicole, would you like... Or actually, let's have Dan roll the die to pick our boss for this one. What do we get? A 5. Oh, we're getting the knight.
Well, at least it's different.
Yes. The knight, though, if I remember correctly, he just has an absolute metric shit ton of hit points. And in the video game, every 3 rounds, he hits you really fucking hard. And before he hits you really hard, he tanks up for the round before. So we get a round to handle stuff before he beats the shit out of us. Okay, yes, you should follow that. We've all shuffled our reward card decks. We've shuffled the monster draw piles and the question room piles. We did not shuffle the curse. We shuffled our own draw piles. We did not shuffle the rare rewards. Yay, we know how to play the game.
Okay, so we still need to flip over the...
Yeah, so you can flip those.
Yep.
All right, let's flip them over.
Matter of fact, when you place them, you can just place them face up.
Okay.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I was wondering earlier if I could, but I just followed the instructions.
Yep.
Yeah, technically speaking, the instructions say place them face down, but I cannot see an actual benefit to placing them face down as long as you are actually doing it properly.
Yes. And the last, Act 2, we do not get super easy fight to start the floor. Now, with Ascension 1, all we have currently is harder elites, so we do not have any other limitations on us. Make sure to set your energy to 3 as appropriate, block to 0.
HP to max?
Yep, so we're all at max HP going in, which I think Peter gets the 1 extra over all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have 10, right?
I only have 10, but
We get 9.
at the end
9.
of combat, I heal 1.
We also get
No.
9, and we don't heal.
Oh, so yours don't go to 10?
No.
No.
All right.
We do not
And they
go to
definitely do not go to 11.
yes. Okay, and with that, I think we're good to go. Let's see. I'm going to blame Dan if we get too hard of shit on this first fight because he shuffled this. I didn't plan that. No. So, Nicole, you get a chosen and a bird to go with it.
Ho-ho! Or Chosen's cultists, too?
And I get a Snecko.
Oh,
Fucking
yippee.
Snecko.
I can't make up its mind whether it's a snake or a gecko.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Peter, you get a cultist with 2 side cultists.
With sidekicks.
Yes. Caw-caw! And Dan, you gave yourself a looter with a side of a mugger.
Goodbye with your money.
So I only have 1 guy. Mine just has 23 hit points. So let's start with looking at Nicole here.
Don't we need to roll to find
Oh,
out
yeah.
what they did?
Yeah, Nicole, you'll have to roll the die.
Yeah, we have to roll to find out what they did.
We need to roll the die, but not technically immediately. But okay. Y'all can draw cards if you'd like.
Yes.
It is a 5.
Okay, so Nicole, or actually, let me finish putting out these so that we know what we're fully up against. There we go. Okay, so Nicole, you are getting hit for 3, and then all of us are getting hit for 1 and dazed. So that chosen needs to die. The Snecko is hitting me for 2 and giving me 3 confused. On the start of turn, if Snecko is in your row, the first card you play this turn costs the confused value. Oh, so the first card I play costs all 3 of my energy.
Oh, that sucks.
That
makes confused way worse in the video game.
Just because she rolled a 5. Nicole, you're getting hit for 3 and all of them are strengthening.
I think that one's me.
Or sorry, yeah, Peter, correct.
Yeah, I'm not getting 2 enemies.
Oh, and then Nicole, or Dan.
Jesus Christ, you really want to throw everything at me. Holy crap.
Apparently, yes. Yours have a long cycle before they mug you and run away. So first round, you're getting hit for 4, and the mugger is also armoring himself.
Jesus.
So this is going to suck. Though confused can be funny, because if Nicole had rolled a 3 or a 4, then first card I played would cost 1, which means I could play a card that costs more than 1 for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does anybody have a 5 on any of their relics?
No.
Nope.
I can -1 a die roll.
Okay.
So I could make it a 4. But that is all I can do.
I deal 4 damage with the 4. But that also changes what all of the enemies do.
So my thought for me is I'm just going to play this safe for the first round. I'm just going to defend 1. I will take 1 damage unless somebody else can throw me a defend. Or if somebody can give me 2 defend or 3 defend, I might be able to do something different.
I will be drawing a card, so we will see what I draw. And then I may
You can just draw it now.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it's a 0 cost. I actually could do it now.
okay.
Should I just do it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I am going to start with Escape Plan Plus, which is 0 cost, and gives me a block. And I draw a card.
Sounds good.
And I drew, what do you know, Defend Plus, 2 block to any player.
Oh, sweet. If you're willing to play that on me, I would be very thankful.
I have 4 incoming damage, is the only thing.
Yes.
So maybe I'll keep an energy in reserve and we can think about it.
Sounds good.
Once the rest is said and done. I can
Would you look it
also...
up?
Just stuff.
Okay. I also have a 0 cost Deadly Poison Plus, which applies 1 poison to something. What would we like poisoned?
Ooh.
Generally, things with more hit points, unless we could take something down this turn.
I would say actually poison the bird. The reason why I say poison the bird is it takes max of 1 damage from any attack card or any sword. So that can help kill it off quick.
Until it's on the ground, right?
No,
No.
period.
Oh, period? I thought
They
when you
work
hit-
differently.
Oh, they work differently? Okay.
Yeah. So I would say poison the bird.
Okay.
So want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bird
Okay.
is poisoned.
Okay.
So then again, that's attacks, and I'm not sure orbs are attacks.
Was it? Oh, no, but
But the poison does not count as an attack.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
It's just straight up, it loses 1 hit point at the end of the turn.
so the top priority to kill is the Chosen, which is on Nicole. It has 16 hit points and it's hitting all of us for 1 and dazing all of us.
What if I play Neutralize on it and weaken it? Then it'll do 0 to all of us, right?
It will
That's
still
the-
daze us, but yeah.
It still
Yeah.
dazes us, but at least
So it deals 1 damage to it and weakens it.
at least we don't take the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will do that. That is also 0 cost.
Peter, how are you looking? Anything you
So I've
got?
got 2 options. I've got my gold card, Demon Form, at start of turn, gain a strength.
Mhm.
That will really help me strengthen, but it costs all 3 energy. Alternatively, I could take these 2 cards and gain 2 strengths, and play Wild Strike, which will do 3 damage, which becomes 5 damage. So I could do 5 damage to something this round if I go with option 2.
I kind of like the option 2 personally, but
Yeah, I want to start eating into those cultists because this turn they're doing 3, next turn they're doing 6.
yeah, I think that's a pretty decent option.
Okay,
And-
so I think that's what I'll do then.
okay, so you're gonna whack one of the cultists for 5.
Yep, so I lose 1 hit point, I gain 2 strength, I whack 1 cultist for 5 points, and I gain a confuse.
Okay, or daze. You
A
just
daze.
put it on the top of your draw deck.
Why do you get a daze immediately?
Because this Wild Strike card does 3 points of damage and gives me a daze.
I see. Okay, so I think I can spend my 3 energy to tank myself up to the 4 block I need while giving you 2.
What would be the alternative as far as your damage output? Because we do still need to deal damage.
The only difference is that I would be, after fully protecting myself, I would be able to do 1 point of damage with the strike.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, so I'd say that's a pretty good
Okay,
call.
so let's do that.
Okay,
so
thank you.
I will play Survivor for 1 energy. This is the first energy. That gives me 2 block, and I'll discard a strike. I have 2 of them, so it doesn't matter. Next, I will play a defend on myself, which gives me 4 and takes my second energy. So now I have my 4 block and I am protected.
Okay.
From my row at least. And then I will, with my last energy, I will play defend plus, and it will give Tony 2 block.
Thank you. Nicole, what are you up to?
Did you give yourself the 2 block, Tony?
Yeah.
So my choices are either to defend myself and like do a little bit of chip damage, or like try to wind up for something stronger. And if I wind up for something stronger, I can't defend myself.
Will you be able to do 1 point of damage this round?
I will in fact do 2 points of damage to this round.
Is that in 1 attack or 2 attacks?
It does not matter because it's not an attack.
Okay. So if you can deal, then you don't need to defend yourself because you will be taking no damage from your bird. We'll kill it. We'll work together to kill it.
Then I will use Defragment, which orb end of turn effects get +1. I have a lightning orb that will deal 2 damage, and it is not an attack.
I like that. Yeah. Okay. And Peter, you have no defense now.
I have no defense.
So you are going to take 3.
I did not draw any defend cards. Nothing I can do.
Yeah. I think I'm going to, let's see. Deal.
So I could look at getting a relic, or I could look at getting a potion. Those are also options that I can do once per combat.
Up to you. I would definitely do that on first round,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to say which one would do better.
Yeah.
I'm planning to expend a potion this round to help Peter out a bit and make sure we wipe out one of those cultists.
Much appreciated.
So how do you all feel? Because the nice thing about potions is I can pass them around, whereas the relics I just get straight up. Potions are also generally cheaper. So do y'all want me to get a potion? I can't hand it to you in this combat. So if we want to use it in this combat, it's mine, but afterwards I could hand it off to somebody.
So do you have to buy it for gold, or you just like get one for free?
Buy it for gold.
You don't have a lot of gold, so maybe a potion's...
Well, we can all.
You can
We
help
can
me
pitch
Oh,
buy
that's
it.
right. We can help you.
Yeah.
I think I would go potion this time because it may help us.
Okay, we've got Distilled Chaos. Draw 3 cards, immediately play them in any order for 3 energy.
Or for 0 energy.
0 energy, sorry.
Okay. So that may be worth
So
just...
that could come in handy since there's a lot of dazes incoming from the Chosen.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start my turn. I'm going to spend Tantrum. It's going to cost me all 3 of my energy, but it will deal 2 damage to this cultist
Thank you.
and go on top of my draw pile. And it'll put me into Wrath, which means I will take 1 damage even after Dan's armor.
Shouldn't that cultist be at 2 hit points? Because I did 5 to him, you did 2.
Oh, shit, I
think
thought
you
they
lowered
were...
it to 5 instead of lowering it to 4.
You're correct. I thought they were at 10. I misread the number, so thank you. That makes this even better, what I'm about to do. Then I'm going to spend my 1 miracle token I start each combat with to play a strike on Nicole's bird.
A bird strike.
Yes. And then I'm going to play a cunning potion, which gives me 3 1-damage attacks, but because I'm in Wrath, they're each 2 damage attacks at a separate at a cost of 0 each. So that can go on the bottom. So the first one I will use to clear out first cultist.
Thank you.
Its powers were matched.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I think I'm going to deal the other 4 to my guy, taking him down to 19. And at least trying to whittle him down so that it's achievable.
That's a lot of HP.
Yeah, and he could hit really hard, which has me concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's it for my energy. So now I think we need to wrap up Nicole's end of round stuff.
Yep. So I deal 2 damage to the bird.
Yep.
And then it dies from poison.
Yep, and then it's now the start of their turn. So first up, we have the Chosen.
So the poison kills the bird.
First, we have the Chosen, taking them in order. We each gain a daze, but take no damage. And the daze goes on top of your draw pile. Then it goes to the bird. He takes his poison damage and dies. And it's important for me to cycle these properly, except for the cultists. Next, we have the Snecko. He'll deal 2 damage to me. I take none, but I do take 1 damage from my wrath.
Poison is at end of turn. It happens before their turn.
Oh, it does. Okay. Then we have the cultist.
We remove this weekend, right?
Yes, thank you. You take 2 damage, Peter.
All right.
And they each gain a strength token. Then, Dan, you take 4 total damage.
I block all of it.
And this one gains 1 shield. And they move down. Okay, so now we roll the die.
Draw.
That too.
3.
Okay, so with a 3, so that's my first draw.
Ooh.
Okay, so Nicole, you are taking 3 damage and getting 2 dazes.
Okay.
I am taking 5 damage, but my first card only costs 1. Peter, you are currently taking 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, you are taking 5 damage, and the first guy is gaining an armor.
Wow.
And note, the first guy, next round, will take some money and run away. The other guy has an extra round.
I have no attack ability except for poison. I can defend. I can block 4.
So I'm going to spend my... I'm confused 1, so that only costs 1 to spend Protect Plus on myself, giving myself 4 armor, so I'm blocking most of what's coming in at me.
So I've got Carnage, which is an attack for 6, and I've got 2 strength tokens. So I think I'm going to hit the second cultist for 8.
Okay, taking him down to 1.
Take him down to 1. Can somebody else finish that guy off? Because to use my other attack would be wasteful. Because I also have an attack 4 that I can do.
Oh, wow.
So if somebody will take that last point, I can do the attack 4 on someone else's target.
What would it take to kill the guy who's going to steal money next turn?
10 total.
Okay.
Oh, I can do 4 of those.
I can protect myself, but that is basically it.
Can you protect for 2?
I can protect myself for 3 at the cost of 2 energy.
And then what else would you do if you do that?
I would, I guess, either defend myself for 1 or apply 2 weaks and 2 poisons to an enemy for 1. I have 2 defense, leg sweep, envenom, and malaise plus, and I'm going to be retaining envenom because I'm going to tap my runic.
How about you,
pyramid.
Nicole? What are you up to?
I can do 2 hits of 1 and 1 hit of 2 total.
2 hits of 1 and 1 hit of 2. Why don't we use one of your hits of 1 to get rid of the cultist?
Okay. I strike the cultist.
Thank you.
And I can't defend myself more than 1.
Oh, you cannot.
He's going to nail me.
So I've got a 4 that I can use wherever we want it.
So I think it only makes sense for me to do Consecrate on Dan's row because it'll hit 2 guys for 2 each right now.
Okay.
So
thank
one
you.
of them has block, right?
One of them blocks 1.
Yeah. So that at least gets rid of that too. Takes him down 1. The other guy takes 2.
And does this come off? Oh, no, it's still on the 10.
Yeah.
So if I go full power malaise, it is 4 poison and 4 weaken on somebody. But then I have 0 block.
Okay, so let's hold you in reserve.
Yeah,
Well, if you do
that's why I'm
4
waiting.
poison on the looter, and I do 4 damage on the looter, that could kill him. The weaken will go to waste, but you'd have a dead looter.
Yeah. How much
So,
damage will the other guy do to
I
me?
can do 3 damage total, and you can do 4 damage. So if we can figure out how to get 1 more damage, then we can kill the looter off of that too.
Yeah. There's also the Snecko still has 19 hit points and hits really hard.
Yeah.
And you have Nicole's Chosen, which has 15 hit points and is going to really hit hard next round. So a little bit more on that realm as well. I can hit for 5 total. So how much did you say you hit for, Peter? Is that 1 card?
I've got a 1 card that'll hit for 4.
Okay. And how much were you hitting for, Nicole?
Right now, 1 plus 2. And it doesn't keep going. It's just 1 plus 2.
Okay. So, I think me, Peter, and 1 point from Nicole can kill the looter. Yeah. So I will do Tantrum, which will deal 3 points to the looter.
I use a strike and deal 1 point to the looter.
And then...
And then I will use my strike. I have 2 strats, so that becomes 4 points to the looter.
Okay, looter dies.
And then
Thank
last but not least, I use a defend.
So how much damage will the other guy do to me?
2.
2.
And now you have another round before any money is stolen.
Okay.
So now I just have my 2 damage at the end of the turn.
Okay.
So I can do a leg sweep for 2, which gives me 3 block and weakens something.
That would be great if you could weaken the Chosen or the Snecko. But the question then, let's see. Peter, are you doing any more damage?
I am out of cards.
Okay.
So here's what I am thinking.
You said you're dealing how much damage, Nicole?
2.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I have. I can protect myself, and I can overprotect myself, but fine, and weaken something with leg sweep, and that leaves me 1 energy, which will let me apply 2 weak and 2 poison to something.
Okay.
And that's an exhaust card.
Oh, that card weakens you, by the way. I think.
No, apply weaken and poison to an enemy X plus
No,
1
the other
times.
card.
Oh, this weakens me?
Oh, wait, I don't know. No.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's leg sweep. You're weakening an enemy. Oh,
Which
yeah.
also means... Yeah,
So you can weaken 2 enemies. That works good. So let's have you do...
Yeah, potentially I can do... Well, it's going to multi-weaken the Snecko, maybe, is what we want to do. You could weaken it for multiple turns. You probably want the poison and the multiple weakens on the Snecko if it hits that hard and has that many hit points.
Well, it can hit... Nicole's going to hit harder next turn, so I'm thinking the odds of mine hitting super hard is low. The odds of Nicole's hitting super hard is a guaranteed.
Okay, so we want to have the weaken and the poison last for multiple turns with Nicole's?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, then the next time he's doing 2 damage to everybody. Like, so this time he's fine, but wait.
Next turn he does 5 to you, strengthens. The following turn he does 2 to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Why is it 2 to everybody instead of 1 to everybody?
It goes... No, it'll...
Oh,
he
because
won't-
he's strengthening.
Got it.
He won't go up to 2 to everybody. He goes back and it'll be 4 to you. He only cycles those 2 because they're red.
Okay.
But still, he's going to get really hard hitting super fast. So let's put the poison on him.
Okay, so all right, so I am going to leg sweep first. That costs 2 energy, so I'm down to 1. And I am going... So I have my 3 block. Whom am I weakening?
Snecko.
Once. I'm weakening Snecko. Okay. And then with my 1 remaining energy, so I'm using all my energy, I'm going to apply weaken and poison 2 times to Nicole's enemy, and this is exhausted. And
Which is fine.
yeah, and I am tapping my runic period once per combat. Retain any number of cards this turn. I will retain my 3 cost envenom in case
Nice.
I don't get anything better. It blows all of my energy, but when I can get it out, it's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So I'm
I
keeping
like
it.
defragment for the same reason.
Okay, so I think now I have my strike left, which will allow me to do 2 damage to something. I'm thinking we continue with the trend here of trying to get rid of that thing.
Alright, then I will also do 2 damage to it. Because it's the end of the turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then it'll just
And then
it'll die next turn then, right?
and then 2 damage
No.
come in from poison.
Oh, it has a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Yep. So now it's down to 9. Nicole, you take 2 damage and 2 dazes.
2 damage and 2 dazes, so I take 1 damage. 2 dazes.
Yep. The Snecko deals me 4.
Ouch.
I have 4 armor, but I take 1 from Wrath. Peter, you take 2.
All right, I have no armor, so I just take 2. I'm down to 5.
Okay, and he gains another strength, so he's going to have to die too. And then Dan, you take 2.
And I have 3 armor, so I block it all. And then I lose my remaining block.
Okay, and now roll.
So hang on, I have to shuffle.
5.
1.
Okay, so Nicole, you are.
So hang on. If we use Nicole's thing to lower it to 4, we should see what the enemies do, because with a 4, I deal 4 damage.
At a 4, I am taking a shit ton of damage, but funny enough, I could handle that this turn, but I deal no damage.
I'm just saying that we should think about what we can do with the 4, how that changes the enemies, and whether us just straight up dealing 4 damage helps.
Now might be the right time to use it, because just straight up dealing 4 damage might give us a chance to kill the Chosen this round.
I can deal 4 damage and that's it for me.
Yeah, I don't know what I can do yet, because I just shuffled.
Unless
So
I
that's
use
1,
the potion.
2, 3. Okay. Well. So I can apply another poison to something for free. Otherwise, I can either use my Envenom or
I like the 4.
protect myself and others.
Okay, so we'll drop it to a 4.
Okay. So then Stone Calendar, I deal 4 damage.
What,
something.
What does it say? Just deal 4 damage?
It just says deal 4 damage.
Okay, I can't remember. Do we have to do that right now, Nicole, or before anybody else does anything, or can we
Is
deal
it
that?
start of turn?
It just says deal 4 damage. It says nothing else.
Okay, so then we probably have a choice of when to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So, we're at a 4. So I've got...
It is start. It's considered a start of turn.
Okay. So then let me just explain what's happening. Nicole is taking 5 damage. I am taking 5 damage. I'm confused 1. Peter is taking 3 damage.
I'm only taking 4 damage because of the weaken.
Correct. And then Dan, you're taking 4, and he's gaining 2 armor, and next round he's running away.
And mugging me or just running?
He mugs you and runs, takes 2 gold,
Okay.
but doesn't do anything else that round.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the obvious is just deal the 4 to Nicole's Chosen.
So the thing is that I can defend myself for 3.
Oh,
So I would take only 1 damage, and I cannot do anything with that energy.
okay. Then let's not kill yours then.
Yeah.
Peter, what are you looking at?
So I've got 2 strike 1s and 2 defend 1s. The strike 1s turn into strike 3s because of strength. So I can do either 6 points of damage and defend myself for 1, or 3 points of damage and defend myself for 2. I've got 3 incoming, so I'm going to take at least 1, maybe 2.
How about you, Dan? Do you have anything in the way of defense?
I have a substantial amount of defense. I also have Envenom, which would take all of my energy and help me deal more damage in the future with attacks. Right now, I have Deadly Poison, which is free and just straight up poison something for 1.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have Leg Sweep again, which is weaken and 3 block for 2 energy. And I have how much coming in? 4, so then I would take 1, right?
If you weaken it and do what?
Well, we don't know that we're necessarily weakening mine, but I would have 3 block, but I have 4 damage incoming.
Correct.
So,
So if you did weaken it, you'd take none.
I'm going to Steam Barrier.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I have a 0 card on the top of my deck.
Yeah. If I do that and just Envenom goes away, then I could give 2 block to somebody who needs it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have 2 strikes for offensive power, but that's it for offense.
So given
I'm
where
using a defend.
Okay.
Other
Given
than,
where
other
we
than
are,
the poison.
let's give the extra poison to Nicole's chosen, because we may end up just killing that with poison at this point, since we're not attacking it this round.
And I
Okay.
can definitely use the 2 block if that still happens.
Okay.
No, we're going to
We'll
kill
see.
yours.
I can do 4 damage, by the way. That's my thing.
So your cards are each 3 damage, right, Peter?
I've got 2 attacks for 3 damage each.
Okay. And
So I need 3 more damage from a different source to kill mine.
yes. So let's throw both yours at your guy.
Okay, so I'll throw both of those, plus 2 strength each, turns it into 6 points.
Okay.
So it goes from 6 down to 3.
Did we decide what my 4 damage is going to?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Your 4 damage should go to your mugger.
It should?
Yeah.
Okay, are we planning to kill it this turn?
Maybe not this turn, but we want to kill it before it runs away.
Okay.
So that takes it down to 7.
Okay.
Then I'm going to throw a tantrum. Or no, sorry. Because I'm confused 1, I'm going to use my wish on myself for 10 armor.
Wow. Okay.
And it only cost me 1. Advantages occasionally of confused.
Of confused.
Then-
it cuts both ways.
I'm going to use tantrum to do the last 3 on Peter's guy.
That is an exhaust, by the way. The skill. The
Oh,
wish-
yes, thank you.
Wish is an exhaust.
Thank you.
No problem.
So,
Thank you for doing the last 3 on my cultist.
yep.
Caw.
No, he was matched.
Yes.
So true. And then I'm going to deal 4 additional damage to your mugger.
Okay. Thank you. So he's down to 3.
That should be on top.
1, 2,
Correct.
3, 4. Yes.
And then I am out of energy. I think. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am out of energy.
Okay. So as much as I would love to play in Venom, I just don't think it's going to happen this combat.
Okay.
So instead, I'm going to give myself 3 armor, and I'm going to weaken my mugger.
Well, can you deal 3 damage?
No, I can deal 2 damage maximum, but then I have no defense.
How
Well,
much
or
can
I
you
have-
deal?
I can deal.
Or I have 2 block, but
I can
I,
deal.
mean, I guess if we can kill it.
4 damage.
Is that in one hit or spread out?
2 hits.
Okay. Is one of those a single or double, or what are you looking at?
It is 2 hits of 2.
Okay, deal one of your 2 hits of 2.
Uh,
Oh, it invokes
This
right
might
away.
be an end of turn thing.
no.
Yeah, I mean-
whatever it goes. So, like, if you want me to deal 2 to the mugger and then 2 to the snecko, I can do that.
Let's do 2 to Mugger and 2 to the Chosen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, the Chosen will definitely be taken care of next turn, and everybody can focus on the Snecko.
Okay, how many hit points does he have left? Okay, so in that case, I can just use a strike for 1,
Bingo.
and it dies. Sadly, I still can't do Envenom, but I can do. Then I don't need any defense, right?
Bingo.
But I can give 2 defense to somebody who needs it. Who needs it?
Oh, wait, no, I don't. Nicole does.
Nicole,
I certainly do
have
not
2
mind.
have 2 defense.
So
That
now
will
Nicole
cover
is
me.
fully protected.
Okay, and all I have left. So I need 0 block, so I'm fine not defending.
Yep.
Okay, then I have 1 more strike that I can hit something with.
For 1 damage.
Yep, and
Okay.
that is it. I am out of energy. And
Sweet.
bye-bye Envenom.
So now we don't have to worry about dealing any more damage to the Chosen. So now we have the enemy's round. He just takes 3, and he deals Nicole 5.
Which I have. No, he
Or
deals
4.
4.
He deals 4.
And my block protects me?
Okay, he gains a strength token. Next round, he'll be dealing 4, but he'll die before that happens.
Okay.
And now my guy deals me 5 plus Wrath is 6. I go down to 4 armor. I'm fine. Okay, so now we can roll the die.
It's interesting your armor
6.
can protect you against your own wrath.
I know, isn't it great?
That is a little weird.
Of course, now.
Okay.
Okay, so now our objective is to deal 19 damage to a Snecko.
So is a Snecko only hurting you, but nobody else?
Correct.
Well, I have bad news. I can only deal 2 damage.
Oh, can you give me 2 armor?
Maybe depending on what I draw with Escape Plan Plus. So let me
Okay.
so let me start with my 2 0-cost cards because there's no downside.
Oh.
It takes 1 damage and it gets weakened.
Okay, so I only need 1 armor.
So I can do 6 points with a vulnerable.
Oh, 6 points and then a vulnerable?
Yes. Or I could do 8 points.
and I gain 1 armor and I draw a card and I draw a defend.
Okay, who has the hardest hit? I have a hit of 3. Okay, I think you do the vulnerable and then I whack him.
Okay, so first I'm going to gain a strength.
We roll a 6. Okay.
So I'll hit him for 7 instead of 6. So we hit him for 7
Okay.
with a bash attack, and then he becomes vulnerable. And that is all my energy.
Okay.
I am going to use Seek to search my draw pile for a card.
Okay. Now he has vulnerable, so I'm going to wait to see what other people do. Did you say you can give me armor or no?
I cannot give you armor. I can give myself lots of armor, which I don't need, and I can strike, and that's it.
So I'm going to wait to decide what I do to see if we can finish him off, or I have to give myself the armor to protect myself.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can do quite a bit of damage, but it's in small little whacks.
Well, let's see what you do.
But he's already... Oh, he's weakened or vulnerable?
He's weakened and vulnerable.
So, but if I hit him... Okay.
If
How
you
much would you do is what the question is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wouldn't the second claw be stronger?
Yeah. 1,
Uh-huh.
2...
So the
So
2 can
3.
become a 4.
Oh, 3. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you'll deal 6.
But in little...
Okay, then
But,
we don't...
I thought only the first hit takes away the vulnerable.
Right.
It does. So we can kill it. It's the main
Okay.
thing. So it's better than armoring. So I spend Tantrum for a total cost of 3, courtesy of Snecko. And it does 6 damage, taking him down to 6. And then, Nicole, have a party.
Claw. So that's 1.
Claw, bite.
Claw.
Claw,
That's
claw.
2 more.
That I did a Kingdom Death reference, sorry.
And then I cool-headed to channel the frost. And then I blizzard to deal 2 more damage. And then I strike for 1 more damage.
And he's dead. And the other thing dies right at the end of our turn, so we're all good.
Yay.
Oh, courtesy of Dan's poison.
Poison is awesome.
What?
Poison
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes, it is. Okay, so, Nicole, you get 2 gold and pick a card.
Any card?
So we're at end of combat. I can heal 3 now.
You heal 3?
1 for this and 2 for this.
Fuck, that's nice. Yes.
We're not
I-
protecting you anymore, Peter.
Yes.
I'm teasing.
I get 1 gold and get to pick a card. Peter, you get 2 gold and pick a card. Dan, you get a potion and pick a card.
Ooh.
So you get a Swift Potion. Draw 3 cards.
Nice.
I want this claw so bad, but I think I'm taking over clock.
Draw 2 cards. Put a... Oh, because you want the 2-card draw?
Yeah, because, like, I mean, you know, with zeros in my deck, man.
Oh, yeah, fair. I think I know what I'm doing.
Oh, wow. Well,
Nice.
you know, maybe it'll be a terrible rare.
Yes,
So-
they do happen.
So I just get a potion. I don't get to pick a card?
No, you do get to pick a card. I said a potion and you draw 3 and pick 1.
Okay.
Yeah, generally speaking, you always end up getting a chance at a card.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm keeping this. Blasphemy. Your next attack this turn is played 3 times.
Exhaust your draw pile?
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
No, that could be good.
Uh,
Not
If
your
you-
discard pile.
If you're very clear.
yeah,
on
I know.
what's
You have
left,
to be very careful on when you play that thing.
Oh, yes.
dash 2 damage, 2 block. You may switch rows with another player.
Yes.
Nice.
That
yeah.
sounds. It's very scary.
Well, no, that can be used to protect somebody. Like
I
you
know.
Or you.
could- yeah.
But it costs 2. Let me see what the upgrades are.
So we need to decide whether or not we're fighting or question marking.
Oh, that's one of the cards I unlocked.
So one of the things I've got is Anger, which attacks 1, and then you put the card back on the top of your draw pile.
Yeah,
Nice.
So you get a 1 attack every turn.
for free.
Which doesn't sound all that great because it's eating one of your 5 cards, unless you have some strength on.
Uh-huh.
Or
I
if
guess
you
it
have
could be pretty
draws.
Nice.
Or if you have draws.
I've also got Flex, which gains a strength and loses that strength at the end of the turn and exhaust.
I've never found that super
That
nice.
doesn't
but-
seem all that nice.
Yeah.
And I've got for 1 point Shrug It Off, which gives me 2 defense and draw a card.
Yeah.
The draw card is pretty cool, but I've generally been throwing all the defense out of my deck, throwing caution to the winds and going for straight attack.
Especially when you're healing 3 per turn.
So I think I'm going to go with Anger here.
Yes.
I understand why it's Shrug It Off, but I can't help but think, shake it off. Shake it
That's
off.
what I was thinking too.
So all of these are interesting. I don't think I want Dash because it costs 2.
And remember, you don't have to pick a card.
Yeah, but like, there's little reason not to pick Deflect because it's free. It's worst
a
case-
card in your hand, but
Yeah,
then again,
it
you
is.
have a ridiculous amount of cards.
Yeah, it's also a free block. Dagger Throw does 2 damage for 1, which is nice, and gives me card draw and discard.
Oops. I shuffled my deck with some cards upside down.
Yeah, I'm going to take Deflect because it synergizes with Shivs in case I get Shivs.
Oh, one thing is that, like, I don't mind keeping it, of course, but does anybody feel like they are particularly suited to benefit from the Distilled Chaos?
What is it? I can't read that from here.
Draw 3 cards, immediately play them in any order for 0 energy.
Yes, because if that could get me Envenom, which I could play for 0 instead of 3.
Yeah. Well, like, most people are going to have power cards.
Yeah.
So the question is, like, do you feel like in your deck you are likely to draw that within 3 cards?
It depends on when he plays it, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm running towards the end of my draw pile, then obviously
Peter, do you
yes.
have a lot of expensive cards? I seem to remember you might.
Well, let's take stock.
Because, I mean, like, I don't mind it, but it's probably, like, I've only got 1, like, 3 card in my deck
3.
and no 2s. So,
I've got 2 2s and a 3.
You got 2 2s and a 3.
I have a 3, and my cards are facing every which way.
I have 3 2s.
0. 1, 1, 1. I have an X, which is useless.
Yeah, that would not help with that.
Yeah. I have 1 2 and 1 3.
I think Peter gets it.
Yeah,
Peter has the most potential of getting benefit from that.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we need to choose our path.
yep.
So we can hit an early shop. With
Most of y'all have
We have a fair amount of money.
Yeah, we can hit an early shop, which has a lot of benefits and has a potential second shop later. We can hit an early upgrade that could lead us to a second upgrade and a shop later, or could go a route of an elite and a shop, which seems kind of nice. Or we can go question room, get 2 regular enemies, an elite, then have an upgrade, then another question room, then another elite, then another upgrade or heal.
I
don't like that.
probably 2 elites is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we learned that.
So I'm leaning on the direction of either the 2 upgrades and shop, an upgrade and elite and shop, or 2 shops and an upgrade.
I very much like the idea of having upgrades because I really want to upgrade Envenom. The drop from 3 cost to 2 cost is game changing. At least for me.
I also advocate the middle path. I like the chance of doing 2 upgrades.
Yeah,
Okay.
or possibly 3. And now, after we get the first upgrade, we can see where we stand, and we could always do the 1 elite, do a shop still, and do another upgrade. That actually seems like a pretty reasonable path.
Yeah.
Where are the rest places? Because you got hit pretty hard. You said you were down to 5, right?
No,
I was
Peter-
down to 5, but
he heals
when you
a lot.
heal.
I
Okay.
heal 3 points, so I'm
Okay.
only down by 2 at the moment.
I'm
Yeah,
down
that's-
by 2, and Nicole's down by 1.
Okay. That's
Okay,
not so bad.
the upgrades are also rests. Okay, so let's go the middle path. So we get our question room.
Does anyone get money? No.
Well, we don't know. Oh,
No.
does anybody have? Okay, yeah. So we get knowing skull. What is it you seek? Choose 1 or 2 options each. Pick me up. Gain a potion. Lose an HP. Riches. Gain 3 gold. Lose an HP. Success. draw 3, pick a card, and lose an HP. We all have to pick at least one, so we're all losing at least 1 HP. But you can choose to lose 2 HP to do 2 of them. So it's gain a potion, gain 3 gold, or draw 3 cards and pick one. I am going to gain a potion.
I am also going to go for the potion.
I am also going to gain a potion.
I got 4 damage. Peter, you get heal 2 HP. Damn it. I would trade that. Oh, wait, we can.
Yeah.
And Dan, you get remove all weakness and vulnerable from your character.
All right. I get change the die to any number before accepting the roll.
Can I swap with you?
Sure.
Thank you. And I'm just going to...
And remember to deduct 1 HP.
Yes, I
Already
already
done.
have.
Yes. I'm going to hold on to that because there may be a more optimal time to use it.
What are the other options other than pick a potion?
You can gain 3 gold or pick a card.
Or get a card reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For an additional HP. Peter's the main one that might want to consider it, but that's open in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I have 8 HP, I am thinking about whether I want an additional card, but no, I don't. I will keep the deck small.
Okay.
Ish.
So now we move up to the next room where we can all either upgrade a card or heal 3 HP. I am going to upgrade Blasphemy.
I'm going to upgrade Envenom.
So the nice thing about upgraded Blasphemy is it becomes retained. So if I draw it, I can hold on to it until I want to use it.
That sounds nice.
Yes.
I'm going to upgrade Demon Form, which gives me a strength at the beginning of every turn from a 3 cost, which is everything, to a 2 cost.
Oh,
That
that's
lets me do something else also.
And I am doing the same with Envenom, taking it to Envenom Plus for 2.
nice. How about you, Nicole? Oh, still looking through your cards.
Yep.
Okay. So now the open question is going to be, do we do a normal enemy followed by an elite and then a shop? Or do we take the safer path, do 1 normal enemy?
Well, why don't we just go here? Then we can choose after the battle to go either there or there.
No, that's really smart. Yes. And we'll wait for Nicole to upgrade and then we will decide from there.
All right, can we take a pause for just a minute?
And we're back. Okay, so now we've moved up. We are into the next normal fight. And then we'll decide what to do after that. So, courtesy of Dan Shuffle, not blaming you, really. Nicole,
Yeah.
you are getting a Spheric Guardian. He's going to be a fun
I don't like him.
He only has 5 hit points, so what's the...
Lots of
Cash.
shielding. So, start of combat, he immediately gains 10.
So hopefully I can poison him. Poison goes through an infinite amount
Yeah.
of block.
Yes, it does.
Then we have Shelled Parasite
Oh, I
on
hate
me.
this thing.
This thing's always great. He doesn't look as bad as in the video game, but he is going to vulnerable the fuck out of me, which would be bad, and then hit all of us if we don't kill him within 3 turns. Peter, you are getting what Dan had last round. You're getting the Looter Mugger combo.
Lucky me.
Who doesn't love a good Looter Mugger? And then last but not least, we have Dan coming in with a Snake Plant.
Yay!
Hopefully a 5 or 6 for the first round. It sucks for other reasons, but would help us out.
All right.
So now we draw.
So rolling. Yep.
Oh,
Go
and
ahead.
I forgot to shuffle my wish back in my deck. That would have been bad. A 1.
1.
Okay.
The
So,
next attack I play this turn is play twice.
oh, nice. That's very nice, actually. So, note, the only person that the die roll matters for is Dan. So, Dan, you are taking 3 damage followed by 2 damage.
I'm taking 5.
Yep.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Nicole, you are taking 2, and he's getting 5 more shield.
Okay.
And he does not lose shield during his turn.
Okay.
I am taking 4, and then he's gaining 2 shield. Peter, you are taking 4, and the second guy's gaining a shield.
Ouch.
So we have a lot of funness going on.
Okay.
And I gain a miracle.
Okay, so I am starting with Escape Plan Plus to give myself a block and draw a card.
Sweet. That's a really nice card.
I am starting with reprogram to gain a strength and remove all of my orbs.
I'm starting with Inflame Plus to gain a strength.
That effectively gives me 2 strength because of my relic. And then I'm going to play Seek for a Cloth.
I think for this first round, I'm just going to tank up. So I'm going to spend my 3 energy on Vigilance and on Defend. That'll give me 5 total defense, which is 1 more than I need. And I'll also enter Calm, which could have a benefit later. And then I'm going to help Peter out since he has 2 enemies and use my Consecrate, which does 1 damage to each.
Appreciated.
For free.
All right, I'm going to use my new Anger card. Do 2 damage to the first cultist.
Or Looter. So he's down to 7.
That's right. And the Anger card goes back on the top of my draw pile, so it'll be coming back again soon. For my second energy, I'm doing Wild Strike, which will do 4 damage to him and give me a Confuse.
Taking him down to 3.
And for the last card, all I can do is defend myself. So I will defend against 1 of the incoming 4 hits.
Okay.
Be tanking the other 3, it looks like.
So who needs to be weakened for 1 damage and a weakened 0 cost?
You weakening yours would be good because that removes 2 damage.
Okay, let's do that. And it takes 1 damage.
Oh, it does take 1?
Yes.
Yeah. So because he's doing a double attack, that really is nice.
Okay.
I can do 14 this turn.
14 damage?
Yes.
Can you do 3 to my Looter?
Well, I cannot block anything. So the question is whether or not
can you do 12 and 3? Or sorry, 11 and 3.
So 3 plus 4 is 7. 13. 16.
Oh, you're dealing 16 damage?
Oh, yeah. I guess it's 7. No, wait. That's 7, 10, 13, and then 14.
So each of those attack cards does 3.
If you blow up my
Kind
guy,
of.
I
It's
can
complicated.
nuke something with poison.
So what I'm thinking is if each of those do 3, you kill the Looter, and then the rest goes on your guy. And then Dan can possibly blow.
Well, if he's poisoning them, then it depends on how much poison.
If you kill my guy and I don't have to block, then I can put 5 poison on something. I can put 4 on one thing and 1 on something else for 3 energy total.
Okay, so hold on a second here. You dealt 1 damage to your snake plant. Well, your snake plant has 16 hit points. That's not happening.
Okay.
So we're not killing that.
Okay. So then I will have to defend myself. But how much armor do I need?
3 currently.
Okay. I can. Okay.
So we need to deal 16 to that stupid thing to stop it from murdering me.
Which thing? No,
Me.
we don't. Dan, how much poison can you do?
It depends. One of them is an X card. If I defend myself for 2, which I have to do, then I will have 2 energy remaining, and I will be able to put 3 poison on one thing and 1 poison on something else.
Ooh.
Unless I need to spend an energy to give 2 block to somebody else, because I do have a defend plus.
But you don't have any block, right, Peter?
I do not have it. Well, I have 1 block, actually. And I have 4 points incoming. So I'm looking at taking 3 as things go right now.
Yeah.
Though you heal.
Although if we could get this guy down, then there will only be 2 points incoming and I'm blocking 1. So if this guy goes down, I'm only taking 1.
So if I can also trade off an energy and take 1 point of damage because I have a free 1 block, and then I can deal more poison, but the cost is I take 1 hit point of damage.
Okay,
So if Dan can deal
3
3
poison.
poisons here,
Yeah,
then we'll hit Nicole for 2 this turn and won't hit her at all next turn.
that's what I'm thinking. Can you deal 3 poison?
Yes, but it depends on what else I do, because one of them is an X card. The order of cards is very important.
Well, the X you can spend whenever.
It's
So-
just, yeah, you don't have to
Okay.
spend all your energy.
Okay, that's different from the video game where X was mandated your current
Yeah,
energy.
you can spend it. It's based on how many you spend.
Okay,
So-
well, it's going to be everything else. So let's start with the 0 cost poison first.
Okay,
That is just straight up 1 poison on something.
okay. So he gets his first. He needs 2 more.
Okay. So right now I have 1 block. So I can either for 0 energy, I can give myself a block. I guess there's no reason not to do that.
Correct.
There's no downside. I don't have a shiv, so it's just 1 block. So now I have 2 block, which means I have 1 damage incoming as is.
Okay.
And these are the only 3 interesting cards that are left for me to play.
Okay. So, and how much energy do you have?
I have 3 energy because all I've done are 0 cost cards so far.
Okay, so we're going to use the 2 armor to either yourself or another player. So Survivor, I just get rid of. And then we'll put the last 2 energy into place.
I do have a card to discard,
Or
potentially, if we wanted to do 2 block to me and 2 block to somebody else.
oh yeah, that makes sense because you only need to put 1 energy into malaise. And you said you have all 3 energy left?
I have all 3 energy. If
Okay.
if we only need to do 2 more poison, then
Yeah.
I can fully protect myself.
Let's do that.
Okay, yeah. In that case, the card the deflect I played was pointless, but harmless.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do 2. It doesn't matter. I can just do 2 and not even bother discarding. I can just target myself.
Yes.
If nobody else needs help.
Well, no. So
Yeah.
because you're going to play both of those. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will do this. I will give myself 2 energy to go up to 4. That costs my first energy. Then my second energy. Whom am I giving to block?
I'm thinking Nicole because otherwise she's getting hit for. Where are you?
2.
She's
For
getting
2.
hit for 2.
So that negates you taking damage.
And I
Okay.
can't do anything about that. But I can, if I'm not getting damage this turn, and we're going to slowly kill that thing with poison, then I can unload on something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So now
Okay.
you deal the 2 poison.
I
to it.
deal 2 poison and I deal 2 weaken with my last energy.
Oh, so a little bit too strong, but that's
But
fine.
that's better than the alternative.
Okay. So
now,
that's it.
how much damage are you taking, Peter?
Right now, I am taking 3. If we can kill the looter right next to me, I'll be taking 1.
Okay, so let's. Your first hit's really hard, right?
My first hit is 3, my second hit is 4.
Okay, so first hit is 3. Let's do the looter. He's gone.
Okay, I play my claw. Now I'm at 1, and so that did 3 damage because I have 2 strength over.
Oh, nice.
And then because of the Necronomicon, it's played twice. So the claw goes off again. It goes up to 2, and now it does 4.
Okay,
So it's 3 plus 4.
No,
Okay.
it's 2 plus 2.
okay, so that takes that down to 2 hit points.
All right.
Oh, wait, you're
12.
defended, right?
I have 4 blocks, so I'm fine.
Okay.
For now. I may not be fine next turn, but for now I'm
Okay,
fine.
so let's start working on my shield parasite then. So that takes him down to 14.
All right. And then I have 2 hits for 3 each.
Okay, so that takes him down to 8.
Strike and strike. And then my last is to channel lightning.
Okay,
So that is going to be a last 1 damage.
okay.
And do we want me to look at the relics or the potions?
I think relics now because we're not hitting a shop likely for a while.
All right. Relic is the red mask for 7. A 5 or a 6 puts a weaken.
Okay.
A weaken or a vulnerable?
A weaken. It is weakened.
So we would need to get Nicole 5. I will contribute 2 towards that. If we can get 3 more out of you guys.
I have 9 gold. I can contribute 1.
Okay.
I'll also pop out 2 for Nicole.
Okay.
All right. So we have the red mask.
And that has to come to you, right? Not
Yeah.
that it matters.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't give me any benefit. It just allows us to decide who we want to weaken.
Okay, does anybody have anything left to play? Okay.
Excuse me.
With that in mind,
Do you still have days, or does that go away?
No,
that's that start of turn.
Okay.
Okay, so the Spheric Guardian takes 3. Thank you, Dan.
Yep. It
Uh,
loses its block, right?
Then, it hits Nicole for 1
I take no damage.
and gains 5 more block.
But didn't it lose the...
No,
Oh, it didn't get hit. Oh, it
Block
doesn't
is
lose
different than
block.
shield.
Yeah.
it doesn't lose
Okay,
block.
but it's just going to die now, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of over poison. Sorry about that.
No, it's only it's perfectly poisoned.
Because it's too
It
bad.
had 5 hit points.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks that, 1 point is going to be over, but, like, it would needed 3 to die in 2 turns.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have had to deal with much worse because next round Nicole would have had to block 5, and then it would have gone 1 more round.
Okay.
Okay. So
You should move the thing back because you just
no,
did
it's
it.
supposed to go down.
Okay.
Now mine tries to hit me for 4. I take. I have 1 armor left after that. It gains 2 armor for its next round and still has 7 hit points. And next round it'll deal 3 and vulnerable and gain 2 more armor. But its armor does go away, unlike the other guy. Peter, you are taking 2.
Yep, I've got 1 block, so 1 gets through.
Okay, and it gains
I'm
1
down
armor.
to 6.
And Dan, yours is weakened, so you take 2 and then 1.
I take 2 and then 1. I still have 1 block left.
And that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so now roll the die.
6. So
Okay.
we can weaken something.
Yeah. So that's really entertaining for a different reason. So you get 1 weaken on something?
Yes, I can weaken something.
Okay, let's weaken Peter's mugger for now.
Okay.
Because then that's an easy block and we can focus on taking out the shelled parasite. Dan, you're not getting hit this round, you're getting a double weaken.
Okay.
So yours is not a priority.
Great.
And Nicole's is just going to die.
That means I know what I'm doing. My attack, my turn is very easy then.
So I have my Bash Plush again. I can do 5 hit points to something and make it vulnerable. So if anybody has a big attack and wants to follow it up,
I have a 4.
we can use it.
You have a 4?
Yep.
Okay, yours puts vulnerable.
It does.
Okay, let's do Peter's first. We're going to...
We're going to have
hold
the snake plant.
on. I can kill my own guy. Let me just take care of my guy first. So I'm going to start with Blasphemy. So that takes 2 of my energy, taking me down to 1. My next attack is played 3 times, and I'll exhaust my draw pile. My next attack is Tantrum. So first attack does 2 damage. Then I enter Wrath. Next attack.
Wait, what about the 2 block there?
Oh, shit. That is a problem. So that takes off that instead. Next attack does 3, and then 3. So all we need is 1 more hit point on him, and he will be toast. And then for that hit point, I strike with my Miracle. So my guy is dead. So now, Peter, none of us are taking... Or I'm taking 1 damage if anybody could give me a random armor.
You need to discard to exhaust your draw pile.
Yes.
So the tantrum stays, but everything else is gone.
Yes.
And exhaust. And also the thing that you've used is also an exhaust card, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yes. You are right. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so if anybody could give me 1 armor bonus, or if we manage to kill the mugger and the snake plant, that would work. Oh, no, wait, end of turn I take the damage. Never mind.
So my turn is very simple. I am playing an Venom Plus for 2 energy, which is a power, so that goes into play. And I am playing a Strike for 1 damage, which now does poison as well.
It may actually be better just to deal the 3 damage this round.
These are my only strike cards.
Yeah, I know.
These are my only offensive
We
cards.
may finish this.
Oh, really?
Yes, we
Okay.
may finish it this round is what I'm saying.
Okay. Then
So let's
that's
see what
waste.
everybody else does
Okay.
before we follow up.
Okay.
All right, so did we want to use that vulnerable on
Yes,
something?
I think so.
So if I use the vulnerable myself, I think I can take out the mugger by myself.
But Nicole was going to hit a lot harder than...
Well-
how much will... So your vulnerable will do how much base? 5?
It'll do 5 base and then make something vulnerable for the next strike.
And your strike is how much, Nicole?
My strike is 4.
And you have a 3?
I have a 3.
Then yours will just finish him off, so let's have you finish off your guy.
Okay, so in that case, we will hit him for 5, make him vulnerable. Then this will hit him for 3, which becomes 6. So that's a total of 11.
But he has a block.
He had oh, right. So he'll have 1 hit point left.
And I have anger, which will do 2 damage.
Okay, he is dead.
All right, so then the only thing left is that last snake plant, right?
Yes.
All right, I play Claw, which does, which bumps it up to 3, and then I have a Strength, so that does 4 damage.
Okay, down to 12.
And then I am going to, I mean, all I can really do is dual cast, which will do 4.
4 more damage.
Yep.
Down to 8.
And then I'm going to Channel Frost, which ain't going to do anything for anybody, but...
Okay. Now the open question is, Dan, do you have a armor another player?
Nope.
You do not. Okay. Then the only important thing is actually just to deal damage at this point.
So 3 basic strikes.
Yep.
Okay. But
There's
that's
no
all.
point in Dan armoring it. Other players. Nobody else is taking damage this round.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am going to retain my Envenom Plus because I can, just in case,
Okay.
with my Runic Pyramid. So I will draw 1.
So I lose 1 hit point.
And I need to shuffle.
That's Dan.
No, I lose 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
And then this thing just dies.
Yep.
Yay, poison.
Yay, poison.
That's when poison's really awesome.
Yes.
Unts.
So if I play demon form, it says start of turn gain a strength. That means I don't gain one the same turn I play it, but
Correct.
not the next turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Roll.
have that kind of frustration with some of my abilities
Oh,
too.
Dan, you get 2 weakens.
I do.
So your next 2 attacks are -1.
Okay.
6.
All we need to deal is 5 damage to this bastard. I can deal 3 right off the top.
Let's see. I can start with demon form, which is not going to help at all.
He's
But
dead.
then I can do 2 here and 2 more there.
Okay.
For a total of 4.
He's dead.
I have 2 strikes. Well, which would actually do 0.
He's dead. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
we are
I won't worry then. I'll just do this.
okay. So Nicole, you gain 1 gold and pick a card.
Yep.
I gain a potion. I get a flex potion, and I gain a card.
A flex potion?
Yeah, get a strength, lose it at the end of the round.
Okay, cool.
Quite literally. Peter, you gain a potion. You get a skill potion. The next skill you play this turn is played twice.
Now, I already have 3 potions.
Then you have to give it to somebody else.
So who would like a potion?
Well, actually, first, this would be better for you. So you should give up, and I will take the skill potion, and then you need to give up a different potion.
I have some spots for potions.
I'll give up the deal 4 damage potion.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
And then, Dan, you get 1 gold and get to pick a card.
Oh, do I get
Wow,
anything but the potion?
Pick a card.
I am
pick a
getting a
card.
claw.
Shocker. You have a claw deck going, don't you?
Yes.
Claw, claw.
Okay.
Yes, claw.
Let's see. What does this do when upgraded? Ooh, okay.
Screw caw. Claw.
I am really, really lacking attack cards, so I am taking choke. The dodge and roll is so nice as well.
So I've got
Oh,
headbutt,
nice.
which is an attack of 2, but it lets me put a card from my discard pile on top of my draw pile. This
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be really good for bringing back a big attack.
Yeah. It is one of those nice things. I mean, that's one of the things. Like
Mine are
from-
crap, so I'm just going to pass.
You have to decide what the best you can do for your utility is.
Yeah, I somehow,
My cards are not bad. They're bad for my deck.
yeah, I have somehow ended up with a staggering amount of defense and relatively few attack cards, so I need more attack cards.
Okay, so now the question is, do we go for an elite or do we not? If we go for the elite, it's our last fight. If we do not, we'll have a normal fight right before we get to the boss.
Well, we don't know what the question marks will hold, but yes.
Yes, sir. So yeah, it's the open question. Do we go for the elite, or in place of the elite, we would get a extra rest or upgrade?
So how are we doing at hit points?
I'm down to 5,
I have
That
8.
I'm
makes
at 7.
an elite sound not like a good idea.
but I do have a 2 heal.
I am okay with an elite, but what is again the alternative to an elite?
The alternative is an extra rest point. So
Okay.
rest or upgrade.
Okay, I could probably find something to upgrade as well.
I'm good with doing the elite.
Yeah, the elite gets us a relic, and relics
Yeah,
are really
let's
nice.
do the elite then.
Yeah, and I kind of don't want to just be the only person with relics in this game, though. I really do appreciate all of y'all's
Okay, move us up to the
contributions to the, the good of
All
the
right,
group.
up we go.
Okay,
And, you need to put away the
Should we
monstrous.
put these cards?
oh yes,
first?
thank you. You put them at the bottom of the monster deck. And our elite for the day is a Taskmaster. He has 64 hit points.
Okay, that's a few.
And he's going to give us a bunch of other shit.
What a surprise.
As in a bunch of summons.
Yes, he's giving each of us a red slaver and a blue slaver. And he himself will be dealing 1 damage to all of us. Then the next round, he'll deal 2 damage to all of us, daze all of us, and strengthen himself, and then repeat those 2 attacks over and over. So I don't know if the slavers are at all different. Yeah, they are a little different minimally. Oh no, actually quite a bit. So good thing I randomized those. They have the same overall combo, but it's based on the die rolls for each person. So there are 3 possible attacks on each person. It's 3 damage, 2 damage and a daze, 2 damage and a vulnerable. And it's all based on which one you happen to get. These are probably the same deal. And they are 3 damage, 2 damage and a daze, or 2 damage and a weak instead of a vulnerable. Okay, so our first
And we're getting a cocked.
is a 4. So that's not bad. That, I think, is the bonus 4 damage from Dan.
Yes.
And Nicole, do you want to draw a potion or go for a relic? Okay.
Given everything, I think a potion.
Okay.
Our potion is going to be a double weaken, a weak potion. I would need 1.
She only needs $1. Dan, you're up +1 over everybody else, if that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So that's a good potion. For our attacks, Nicole, you are taking a total of 5 and a daze.
Yep, and I cannot protect myself.
Ooh, that's rough.
I can give you 2 block. Potentially.
I am taking 4 and a vulnerable and a weaken. Peter, you are taking 4 and a vulnerable and a weaken.
I'm actually taking 6 because the second hit will take the vulnerable.
The weaken.
This guy will hit me.
Slavers act last.
Then that guy will go.
Red slavers act last.
Oh, red slavers act last. Okay.
So no. And Dan, you are taking 5 and a daze.
Wow.
Now all of the slavers have 10 hit points, and the boss has 64. And we're all taking 1 from the boss this round.
Yeah, I cannot protect myself at all.
I can protect myself, but it robs me of basically all future offensive ability.
And I get my miracle.
I'm going to just give myself a block to start because it's free. To whom am I dealing the 4 damage, by the way?
Ooh. I can...
Well, I'm going to deal 7 damage. So 7 plus 4 could take out any one of these slavers.
I'm going to use my fire potion and kill one of the things on me because that is the best way that I can reduce the damage coming in.
I'm going to go all out if I get lucky. So, yes, if I get lucky, I'm going all out. I'm going to use my Swift Potion and draw 3 additional cards. Oh, thank God. I got what I wanted. Okay.
So we probably have to decide where the 4 goes before you start going.
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, that is correct.
And I assume you're going to follow it up with 7 and blow something away?
Yes. So we'll do 4 to something, and then I'll do 7 more. 1 point will be lost, but at least one of our slavers will be gone.
I'm going to do 8 followed by 6.
All right.
Yeah, personally, I'd love to get rid of this red slaver who's about to make me vulnerable. I guess Tony has a slaver that's going to do the same to him if it's not killed.
Yep.
So I'm getting no defense, but I'm going to hit really fucking hard.
I think that's all of us.
Okay. Then I wish I had drawn one other card, but alas, I did not.
All right, so can I have your 4 points on this slaver?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to just annihilate quick. I'm going to start with Blasphemy, and I'm going to use my skill potion with it, so my next skill is played twice.
You're going to exhaust all of your draw deck now?
Yeah, because I will get all of these back, which are really good.
Okay.
There's one card I would have liked out of the draw deck, but it's worth it. So your next attack this turn is played 3 times. I get to play that twice. So my first of those attacks is Eruption, which is going to start by dealing 2 damage. And then I go into Wrath. Then it's going to deal 3 damage and 3 damage. Then I'm going to do a Strike, which will deal 2 damage. And then I can deal 4 more damage to somebody else's. So is anybody doing a 2 damage? Because if so, I can almost annihilate Peter's red. Because I don't see a point in doing 4 to mine unless somebody else can finish it off.
I cannot deal any damage this turn.
Oh.
I'm planning to deal... I was planning to use my fire potion and then 3 strikes with strengths to eliminate my blue slaver.
Okay, let's do that for you.
Okay.
So you're eliminating your blue?
I use the fire potion, which is 4.
Oh, which is 3 damage. Okay.
4 damage.
Yep.
Fire potion is 4, and then I do 3 strikes, each of which deals 2 damage because I have strengths.
Okay.
And that is me being out.
Okay.
There's defragment.
All right, so in that case, I'm going to use Inflame to add a strength. And then Carnage is going to do 7 damage to get rid of the red slaver in front of me.
Okay.
And then, honestly, I think it might make sense to use the weak potion that we just picked up to put on the Taskmaster.
Yeah, that puts a double. Yeah, that's good. No,
that
that's
seems
really...
like a really good idea.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, that helps all of us a lot. So Dan, what are you up to?
So what I am up to...
Oh shit, I was dumb. I should have used this one instead. That still would have killed my guy, but I deal a lot more. No. Doing math, shit. I didn't use the basic attack. My first attack brought the guy down to 2 hit points, right? Yes.
And I will deal 1 more damage to something.
You'll deal just 1, right?
Yep, just 1.
Okay. So, are you dealing any more damage, Peter?
So 7 is all I can deal. I am out of energy.
Okay.
So if you could kill the thing in front of me for 6, I could put that 7 elsewhere.
Is it 7 in 1 hit?
It's 7 in 1 hit.
Ouch. Okay. And Dan, you're dealing no damage.
Correct.
And you're dealing only a ting?
My last is a ting.
Okay. So in that case, I do have to use one of my battle hymns to kill off my guy. But I'll use another one on Peter's.
Much appreciated.
Though, how much... You have a lot more hit points. I think we need to hit mine, if you don't mind. Because otherwise... I'm down to 5 hit points.
Okay.
I am going to have 3 block at the end of the turn, so 2 will get through.
Okay.
And that'll take me down to 6.
Okay, that's still a lot better there. Okay, and then
It's not a lot better, but it's a little better, I will admit that.
And then let's start getting one of Dan's down with my last hit.
Thanks.
So that we, based on the roll, we know how to spread out.
Okay. I am playing Envenom Plus for 2 energy.
And that took my miracle.
So my attacks will now apply poison. And with my last energy, I am playing Survivor to give myself 2 block. And I am going to discard a card. I have a lot of
and you dealt 7, right, Peter?
I have a lot of basic
Correct.
defends. I am discarding a basic defend. I am tapping my runic pyramid, and I am retaining choke and defend plus.
But I did 7 to this one here, not to that one.
Oh, no, you were doing it to mine to stop any damage from coming through to me because you can take the
No,
damage and heal.
what I said is the 7 that I've already done here, I could do somewhere else
If you killed
if you could kill that guy instead. Who
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were dealing 7 additional.
No.
Okay.
I've already dealt my 7.
Okay, so
It's just if you want to rewind, one of those 7 got wasted. So
Yeah.
you could be slightly more efficient if you could put 6 on the guy and I could put the 7 somewhere else.
I lost a little track. Shit. You're dealing no damage.
My turn doesn't change.
Yes. You're only dealing 1 more.
Yep. So effectively, all I did was kill one of mine.
Yes. So we've got either. So Dan's
So
at.
when we left off, this guy was at 6,
Yeah,
and then that guy was I don't know what he was at.
was also at 6 potentially. Okay. And I still have 1 more hit. So. Trying to see if there's any way of mathing this better. I don't think so. And I haven't been hit yet, so I can't activate that. So the question is, do you take 4?
Well, 5 actually counting the Taskmaster.
No, he's not
No.
hitting any damage.
Okay.
So do you take 4, or do I take 2 and go down to 3? That's what it comes down to. Which one of those do you kill? And the other one will be down to 2 hit points for the next round.
You being down to 3 sounds very dangerous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
So you want me to kill that instead? And
Yep.
just eat the 4?
and then I'll knock yours down to 2.
All right.
And then Nicole will knock it down to 1.
Well, let's not process the damage yet.
All right. We'll wait till it happens.
Okay. Now what was the die roll again? 5? Or no, 4.
4.
Okay. So, Nicole, you take 2 in a daze.
All right. I am down to 5, and I'll take a daze.
Okay. I'm still at 5. Peter, you take 4, and you also take a vulnerable and a weaken.
Ouch. I was hoping to avoid that vulnerable.
Yeah, though yours are close to dying. And then Dan, you're taking 5 in a daze.
Okay. 2 get through. I am down to 6, and I take a daze.
Yep. And then all of us avoid the 1 damage from the Taskmaster, courtesy of Nicole's potion.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I do take 1 from my wrath.
All right. Unfortunately, this round I am 1. Unfortunately, I can't do basically anything with that.
Ouch.
Alas. I could change it to a 6 and then weaken something. And it would be a 1. That is the only thing that I can do. Otherwise, I'm basically defending myself.
So I'm going to give myself my 2 armor just to start for my first energy. I can deal 4 damage to or 6 total damage to something.
So how much damage do we all...
Oh, right.
Wait, okay, so we have a 1,
Nicole
which
is
is
taking 3.
I'm good.
Peter is taking
5?
4, or no, 4, and oh wait, they're supposed to come in.
5, but I'm going to get attacked with a vulnerable.
They were supposed to be in the other order. That was
I'll take 6 on the first attack and then 2 on the second attack. So I'm taking 8.
Yes.
All right.
Unless we can kill that stuff.
I am going to play Steam Barrier, which will give
Wait.
me a block of 1.
So you didn't finish saying how much damage all of us are taking.
Oh, sorry. Peter is taking 6 and then 2 in a daze, or if we kill the first thing, he'll take 4 in a daze. Dan, do you have a vulnerable?
No.
Okay. Then you are taking 4, and you get vulnerable and weakened. And then on top of that, the boss is dealing 1 to all of us and giving all of us a daze and then strengthening himself.
Okay, so I have 5 incoming damage
Total?
total,
Yes.
and a lot of other bad things.
And I have 9 incoming damage total.
Unless we can wipe
Unless we
out
can kill some stuff.
your thing. You have one thing with 1 hit point, which Nicole's thing could probably tame.
So the only thing that I can do is 1 damage, and if we don't want a 1 on that die, we could change it to a 6 and then use the red mask. That's all I got. I can't attack this turn. I'm screwed on that.
Okay.
If you can take out my red slaver, that would help tremendously.
Yeah, so the 1 will go to the red slaver.
Okay.
How much damage can you deal, Peter?
I'm also going to cool-headed to channel
Let's
frost.
see. I can do 2 with that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can do 7 damage.
Okay. How about are you looking, Dan?
I can do a lot, but it is complicated.
Okay.
I'm going to play defense, which increases my block to, I will have 3.
Okay.
And then the last thing I can do is 2 to any player.
Oh, so
To
you can help
defend.
somebody else.
Yeah.
These are the 4 cards that I am playing, probably in this order.
Okay, so we probably want the poison on the boss.
Yeah, we want the poison on the boss.
Okay.
The neutralize will apply a damage and a poison and a weaken. The choke will apply 3 damage and a poison plus 1 damage for every weaken and poison on the target.
Oh, so
So that can help.
you can
kill
pile the boss.
I can pile the boss unless we need the damage to go on one of our other guys. And then I'm going to give myself 2 blocks. So I'm still going to have a bunch of incoming damage unless one of my guys dies.
Okay, first, let's handle Peter's thing
Yeah, so
before we play your cards.
yeah, I will take these away.
I'm going to deal 4 to your guy, Peter.
Okay.
And let me make sure on mine. Yes. And then you're dealing. Do you have a 4 hit?
I have a 3 hit and 2 hits.
Okay, do the 2 hits to him.
All right, so we'll do this one, which is a 2 hit, and then this one, which is a 2 hit. So
And
that
then I
takes him
do
down
a
4
2
more.
hit to finish him.
Okay.
And I'm out of
So
energy.
He goes back to the discard pile. And we need just a Tim on the red slaver.
Which Nicole's got handled.
All right, in that case, I can do another 3 hit somewhere.
Okay. I think we bring one of those against one of Dan's. And I think we start with him.
Now, because this is a headbutt, I can take a card from my discard pile. So I've got the nice ethereal strike for 6, or I can strengthen myself. I'm thinking the strike for 6 is probably the better choice.
Okay. Whatever works for you. Okay. And then you're done, except for you can give 2 armor to somebody.
Yeah, and I could do it to myself to protect myself fully, but if somebody else needs it, I could give it to
I
them.
would not mind having it.
I would love to have it because I'm taking armor, or I'm taking damage from the boss.
You're already taking no damage, Nicole. Oh, no, you're taking 1.
I'm taking 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will have 2 block at the end of the turn.
That's why I said, like, you know,
Yeah,
I
let's
wouldn't
give it-
mind it, but I'll give it to somebody
It
else.
needs to
if
go
they
to
need it.
Dan.
Oh.
So, Dan, you get 2.
Thank you.
And that is me.
And
That is
now
it.
let's process yours.
Okay, so first, deadly poison. I am targeting the boss. The boss is poisoned. That takes 0 energy.
I can deal 1 damage. Or did we all? Yeah, which is going to go to
Yeah, I'd
the
like it to
Peter's
go to
Red
this guy.
Slaver.
Yep.
Why does it have 2 poison on it?
Because you put 1 last turn.
I had.
Oh, and we forgot to take a
You
Tim.
did.
Yeah, we forgot to. Oh, no, wait, no, you didn't. That's right, my bad. I had saw your card and.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. This is our second round, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I didn't poison the. I don't think we targeted the boss at all last turn, so I don't see how I could.
I thought I remembered you saying, I have a poison, where do you want it? And we said, let's put it on the boss.
Check your discard pile.
No, nothing.
Okay, then that was my mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So next, I am playing Neutralize on the boss, which deals 1 point of damage, and because of Envenom, deals 1 poison and applies another weaken.
Great, so he's up to 2 poison.
Woo!
And 2 weaken.
Yep.
Next, I am. So that costs also 0 energy. Next, I am playing Choke, which deals 3 damage and a poison.
Okay.
And hang on, stop. Before applying the poison.
Okay.
Because it says +1 damage for each weakness and poison on the target. So does that?
Yeah.
So that math happens before the new poison gets
Correct.
added. So that's so yeah, it's 3 damage and a poison plus 4 damage.
Yes.
So 7 total damage and a poison.
There we go. Okay.
And then
Very
with,
nice.
Yes, and then with my last energy, I am playing Defend Plus, which is 2 block to any player. I was planning to target myself,
That makes sense.
so I have 4 block.
Seriously, Dan, you need shivs.
Yeah.
I have not gotten a single
I
card
know.
that can give me shifts.
No, that's
What would you have me do?
No.
No,
that's what
I'm
we're-
joking. You're
Yeah.
you're incredibly effective even without the damn shivs. So.
Yeah.
Well, I have
Okay.
like no attack cards left in my deck now.
So end of round,
I didn't have anything
3
I could
additional
do this
damage to the boss, courtesy of poison.
Is Nicole going to kill this guy before?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
And I also gain an additional block because I have a frost orb.
Okay. So now, Nicole, you take 3 damage.
All right. I take no damage from that.
Okay. Dan, you take 2 damage and a weaken.
And they weaken where weaken tokens.
And then you take 2 damage and a vulnerable,
Ouch. Okay.
which actually does suddenly suck.
Wait, doesn't it say at the end of the turn?
The red slavers always go last, which means they go after the boss.
You are correct. So that'll happen. So keep the vulnerable off to the side.
Well, both of them are off to the
No,
side,
the
right?
weaken happen. The red slaver. That's blue.
The
slaver.
weekend already happened.
Okay, the weaken was a blue slaver. The red slaver applies the vulnerable, so
Correct.
that hasn't happened.
So now the boss hits all of us for 1.
Okay, so I take 1.
Yeah.
Except because I have a
Well-
vulnerable, it hits me for 2.
Well, no. So the red slaver did 2 damage to me, right?
It
Or
will
or
have done
going
2
to.
damage.
Yeah, which means I have blocked the 1 boss damage, and the red slaver damage will get through. I'm just trying to process things.
It'll
Yeah,
just
right
deal
order.
1 damage to you, though. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, one
will,
damage.
1 will get through. That's
Yeah.
why we were giving you the armor. Okay,
Okay.
so now you process the red slaver, 2 damage, and you gain the vulnerable.
Okay, so 1 gets through, and I gain the vulnerable.
Okay,
Okay.
we all gain a daze,
No! No!
and the boss is strengthened, and he keeps doing that attack over and over.
Okay.
All right.
1
Boo.
goes away,
Boo.
and I draw 5.
And we rolled a 4 again.
2,
Oh,
so
that's not bad.
4 damage to something, but let me process first, and I have to also reshuffle my cards.
So note, the boss is doing 2 damage to everybody this round. After the week.
After the weekend, wow. Oh, good news. I got Malaise Plus.
Oh, very nice. Especially since that keeps getting better and better.
Well, it's an exhaust. So I can only ever do it once in combat.
Ah,
It's not that good. But it is good.
I got 3 defense and 5 damage.
Nice.
So I can do 17 points worth of attack.
holy shit.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
No, my
Sweet.
bad. I got 3 points. I've got 4 defend and 4 points of damage. And that's it.
Okay, so I am poisoning the boss because it's free.
Okay, so Nicole, we will use your 4 points of damage on something else because you're fully defended this round.
Am I?
Yes,
Okay.
because you're getting 2 damage from the enemy and a daze, and you're getting 2 damage from the boss.
I'm
Just
playing,
note, I could defend somebody else,
I'm,
but
I'm
Oh,
playing.
you could.
I could certainly use some defense. I'm defenseless against the boss.
I'm playing
But-
escape plan, giving myself a block and drawing a card, which is free, and I draw a neutralize. Great.
somebody would have to kill my shit otherwise. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
the Peter's pretty freaking down.
Okay.
I know he heals, but
Okay.
it ain't gonna
Yeah,
save
I'm
him
at
from
3
2.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am playing neutralize, which is free, does a damage, a weaken, and a poison to something.
Okay, let's hold off on that.
Okay.
Because we don't know where we might have to weaken.
Then I will hold off on all of my cards.
Okay,
So let's see, how much is coming in from the boss this round?
2 to everybody.
Okay, 2 to everybody. But then the
This labor
weekend will disappear, and next round he'll be doing 4 to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Does that include the strengthen?
Yes.
Okay.
Or wait, no, he's doing 2 to, yeah. No, yeah, right now he's doing 2 to everybody. Because the strengthen and the weaken are -1 + 1.
Okay, well, I'm going to start writing the boss for 7.
Well,
Well, do you want to hit the boss or do you want to kill my things?
you can kill the red slaver with the 7.
That would be great.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
All right, let's kill the red slaver with a 7 then.
That's an easy hit.
Thank you.
And then for 0 points, I'm playing Anger, which is going to hit something for 2. I was planning to hit the boss, but we could hit somewhere else if we wanted.
Okay, let's see what. Hold on to that for a moment. Let's see
So hold on to it
if
for now.
anything ends at a good damage point for that. So, what damage are you doing, Nicole?
I am doing 2 hits of 2,
So
and that's all I got. If I could not defend myself, if I didn't need to defend somebody else, then I could deal an additional 1 damage, but I'm guessing that's probably not going to balance.
No, that won't balance well. So let's see. You can deal 2 damage or 4 damage.
Yep.
7. Do you have a 3 hit, Peter?
I've got a 4 hit and a 2 hit.
Okay. Do you have ability to do 3 and still do your weaken thing?
Not directly, but I do have melee, so I will be able to apply poison damage, but not direct damage.
Okay, then I'm thinking the 3 of us handle Dan's blue slaver so that he no longer has to worry about the defense for that.
So the only consideration is that I am vulnerable. Is it worse to have the boss doubled or the slaver doubled?
It is worse to have they're equal.
Okay, if they're equal, then the slaver should just die. Then there's no reason not to kill it.
Okay, so I will start with an eruption. That'll deal 3 damage. Then Peter.
I will start with Anger. That'll deal 2.
Okay.
And then I can do 4 more for Wild Strike, but I get a daze.
Okay. And now your Tim can finish it.
No, it will not.
It will not. Okay.
I do not have a Tim this turn, because if I'm dealing 4 damage, that orb is going away.
Then I would say just let the Tim if that's okay. Or is that a waste?
Then I'm not doing 4 damage.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And
My choice is do 4 damage by expending my lightning orb, or do 1 damage by letting it sit there, at which point I can deal 1 other damage using a strike. And I will not use my dual cast.
Okay.
That is my option. I can either do 2 damage or I can do 4 damage. 2 and 2, or
1.
or 4 and 2.
Oh, I see. Then let's do the 4 and 2.
Okay?
Okay, so
I spend my dual cast.
and that does 4.
That does 4, and my Tim goes away.
Okay, and then the 2?
Hmm?
You said 4 and 2.
No. 4 in 2.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Okay. So, there. And your guy took 2.
Thank you.
And then if that guy's still alive, I'm probably using Leap to defend myself. So, sorry about that.
No, that makes sense.
So I need some defense. I'm going to be down to 1 after the boss hits me.
I cannot help you. I don't have anything. I can give you defense. And it's already weakened, so I can't further weaken it. All I can do is extend its weaken, which I will.
I think we're all getting really low. I wish I had 1 more energy. Alas, I did spend my miracle earlier.
So
If you want
Oh,
to...
wait! I took damage this round. So I'm going to use my self-forming clay to give myself 3 armor. So how much... So you'd be taking 2, right?
Yeah, the boss is going to hit me for 2.
Okay, I will give you 2 armor.
Thank you so
with
much.
with a point of energy. So you are now... I forgot my self-forming clay, so that saved me for this round.
Okay. I'm going to play Defend, which will give me an armor.
And I'm retaining Protect Plus.
So how much damage is incoming from the boss?
2.
I have 1 block right now and 5 hit points. It might be more effective for me to focus on damage.
Especially on the boss to stack
Yeah.
poison.
Okay.
Okay.
So in that...
Then I don't think anybody's going to save me, so I'm going to use Leap to give myself 2 more defense.
Yep, that makes sense. Which
Okay.
means you're now protected.
Okay, so this means
Yes.
I'm not going to play leg sweep for 2 energy and 3 block. Instead, I will take the 1 hit point of damage that will get through,
Okay,
and instead do other stuff.
sounds good.
So I'm going to play neutralize for 0 energy, which does poison, but nullifies the weaken, so I do not do damage. Why are you applying a 2nd point of poison?
No, I applied a weaken.
Oh, a weaken. Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think he already
Move
had
your
4
hand.
poison.
Move your hand.
Yeah, it's
so-
a weaken and a poison. The poison still happens even though I do 0 damage.
Okay, yeah. So there we go.
Yeah.
So he's up to 5.
Yeah, but no damage. And
Oh, wait.
no
Those
energy
are
cost.
10s. Okay, but he got
Um,
another weaken on him, which is
yeah.
also useful.
So then, let me think. Is it better to do 4 weaken and 4 poison, or is it? So I can play melees with a cost of 3 and no strike, or I can play melees with a cost of 2 and a strike. I think it's better to do strike and then melees for additional poison, because that's going to be one damage and 1 poison plus
Yeah, I agree.
plus 3 additional poison from melees. So that's 1 damage and 4 poison versus just 4 poison.
I agree. So the strike is 1 damage
and 1 poison.
and 1 poison. Okay.
And then the melee, that's 1 energy. And then it's 3 weaken and 3 poison.
Okay.
And this is an exhaust.
Well spent, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know that the weaken is really wasted, but the poison is not.
No, because you have that one card that stacks stuff for the weekends and poisons if you happen to get that back.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Which
that
I
would
might.
be really good right now.
That would be a lot of damage.
Yes. Okay.
And I may get that back, actually.
So
So
now,
it's the end of the turn, right?
yep, it's the end of the turn.
I gain a block from my Frost Orb.
Okay. The boss hits all of us for 2
So
Thank you for the
one
block.
gets blocked, 1 gets through. I'm down to 4.
and
Okay.
gains another
What?
strength, which sucks. And then he also takes 9 points of damage, going down to 44. So he's about a third dead. And then Nicole, you take an additional 3 points.
Ooh, I'm vulnerable. So
3 points.
Oh wait, it was a 4.
3 points? Yeah, it was a 4.
Oh, sorry, I
2.
misread. So 2 and a daze.
Yeah, so, but the boss also gives us a daze, right?
Correct. So
Wait,
you get 2 days.
stop. So I'm vulnerable, which means I took double damage. Did he do 2 in 1 hit?
Yes.
That means I take 2 more.
Okay.
That means I'm down to 2.
Okay.
And the vulnerable goes away.
And we all get a daze.
That's much worse than I thought. Then this was probably the wrong thing to do.
No, I think it's still, we need to kill the boss quick. So I think that was the right thing.
Well,
Okay, so this goes away, and I draw 5.
I have no defense.
Oh, shit.
And I got choked, so I did get that good card.
So let's hope we can nail the fuck out of the boss and
But-
the red slate.
Claw, claw!
Oh, you got claw, bitches? Oh, shit. Triple
I
claw.
can't do anything else, but I got the claw.
Sweet,
another
4. It takes, so something takes 4 damage.
I think we need to hit Nicole's red slaver. Unless, Peter, are you put it? Oh, wait, no, that won't go first. So we're going to have to kill that anyways. So, well, actually, it's a 4. You would take 2 versus right now 3. So if we can kill the boss, it's better to put down the boss. Because if we can kill the boss, Nicole lives anyways. Pretty much, I think our only option is to possibly kill the bosses.
So I am going to be doing something like 18 damage, I think, to the boss.
Go for it. Let's see how you end up.
If I do this, I will have almost 0 defense.
Okay, let's see what you do.
Okay, so I am going to start with a strike. Wait, don't we have like weakened or vulnerable or something that the boss did to us, or was it just a daze, right?
It was just
Yeah.
a daze.
Okay, so that's already cleared. So the boss takes 1 point of damage and takes 1 poison for 1 energy.
He is down to 39, and he has 10 poison.
Okay, he has 10 poison and 4
So we only
weakened.
have to get him down to
Yep.
10.
Okay, he has 10 poison and 4 weakened.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes 17 damage and a poison.
Wow.
3 plus 10 plus 4
Yeah.
is 17.
And another poison, which means
I am
he's,
out.
he's down to 23 with 11 poison, so he's effectively down to 12.
Yes. And I play Deflect to give myself a block for free because I can, and I am otherwise out of energy.
Okay.
I can do 6.
You can do 6. How much can you do, Peter?
I can do 4, but I think now is the time to use the Distilled Chaos Potion, which lets me draw 3 cards and immediately play them in any order for 0 energy.
I would disagree because I think we're going to wipe this without you having to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm
Well,
going.
then I'll hit him first with the anchor.
Hold on. You can do 6, Nicole.
Yep.
Can you do a 2-hit?
Yes, I can do a 2-hit right here.
Do a 2-hit.
So I forgot that I had an Ancient Poison last turn, which would have removed Weaken and Vulnerable, giving him an extra point of damage and restoring 2 of my hit points.
Okay, let's do that. I'm fine with that rewind because we noticed it early enough.
Okay, sorry that I forgot
No,
about that.
and it's a potion spend, which makes
it's
sense.
a potion spend, so he takes 1 more damage.
Okay, so
Okay.
Peter, you dealt 2.
I dealt 2.
Okay, I am dealing 4. Taking him down to 17.
And he has 11, so I can deal 6.
Yep, so you deal 6.
1 claw, 2 claw, 3 claw, 4 damage, or 6 damage.
Okay, so he's now dead. So now we just need to kill the red slayer. I can deal 4 more damage to the red slayer, taking him down to 4.
I can do 2 damage to the red slayer.
Taking him down to 2. Can anybody deal 2 more damage?
Nope.
I've got nothing. I pounded the boss, though.
You did.
Yes, you did.
But it's only going to deal 1 damage to me because I do have a Frost Orb, which is a block.
Okay. Yeah, we did spend Dan's 4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we didn't need to spend it on the boss after all and could have spent it.
No, we did. He's right on the point of death.
All right.
Oh, he had 11?
Yes. We did very well on that. Okay, I'm going to actually do a small rewind because this just makes sense. I'm going to, instead of dealing my 6 damage to this guy, putting him back up to 8, instead, I'm going to play Protect and give Nicole armor so she takes no damage. You get 4.
Okay. That's a bit overkill, but...
No, but it's the only thing I had. So
Yeah.
it was the case of now none of us are taking damage. I'd rather us not take damage since we're going to have to go next round anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then it will just
And
get
boss
obliterated.
proceeds to explode in a cloud of poison.
Yeah, in a toxic cloud.
Once again, achievement failed for 30 poison tokens.
I think we actually got that earlier.
No,
though.
we
No,
didn't.
we did not.
Oh, we didn't?
We tried, but I just couldn't do it.
Okay,
30 is hard.
So now, Nicole, you take 2 and a daze,
No.
and roll the die, and we all drop. I have to say, though, getting rid of all those
2.
cards in my deck actually was quite nice.
2.
Okay? We just need to deal 8
Are
damage.
you kidding?
I'm dealing 7. I need somebody to deal 1.
I have a strike and 4 defend
He's dead.
type
I've
cards.
got the bash, which will make him vulnerable.
Okay,
After
he's
doing 5.
he is very dead.
Yay.
We beat an elite. But
That was a hard fight.
But at what cost?
Actually, not too bad because we're now about to hit a shop, which we can also heal in.
We can heal at shops? I thought
Yeah,
we
it
can
costs
only-
money.
Okay.
No, you can't heal with chops.
I thought we could.
The fuck are you
No,
talking
we can remove
about?
cards. You're right. My bad. Confuse those two.
Wow. Wow.
That is a pretty significant
Difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, this was a good one. This is a really good one. We all gain 2 gold.
which we're about to need.
Oh, you guys are going to like this payoff. We all get a relic. I get a gremlin horn. On a 4, I draw a card. On a 5, I gain an energy.
I get an ink bottle and a 5 or a 6. I
pass me a
draw
card?
one card.
Peter, you get a molten egg. When you add an attack to your deck, upgrade it, use this 3 times, then discard it.
That sounds nice.
And Dan, you get a pen nub. On a 5, you apply vulnerable.
Nib.
Nib.
So
On a
now
5, you
on
apply.
a 5, we can apply vulnerable to 2 things.
So now, here's the really interesting thing.
One
Draw
thing.
3 cards. Whichever one you choose, you get upgraded.
Okay.
Nice.
Sneaky strike.
Oh shit, Nicole got the golden ticket.
Golden
So she gets
ticket.
that upgraded.
So I'm going to pick Seeing Red, and I'm going to upgrade it to 0 energy. 0 cost to give me 2 energy every time I get it.
Oh, wow. I'm going to take Fear No Evil. Upgrading it means 3 attack for 1 damage, and if I'm in Wrath, enter Calm. What'd you get?
Oh.
As your special card, your rare.
Did you finally get a Shiv?
No, but I have
I got
interesting
buffer.
cards.
Is it good enough upgraded? Oh,
So, oh yeah. The next time you would lose HP, prevent it and place a cube, then exhaust if there are 2 cubes. So
Oh,
basically,
wow.
prevents HP loss twice.
that's really nice.
Ooh,
It's 2, but yeah.
I have interesting cards. I'm not really interested in backflip, but these are all with the upgrades. Sneaky Strike Plus is effectively free 4 damage if I have played something else, because then something will be in my discard pile, or Crippling Cloud Plus entire row 2 poison and weaken, but it's an exhaust.
Be careful. I'm not sure, Nicole, if you discarded something, does that count having played another card? I thought discard was a specific action.
If you discarded a card, if you discarded a card this turn.
Yeah, so you have to
Don't
have played that armor card that causes a discard.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I think I was misplaying that last game then.
Okay.
Because I thought things go into your discard immediately.
No, it's a discard is a specific keyword. You have caused a discard to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing a
card is not a discard.
Oh.
It just implicitly ends up in your discard.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, that makes that much worse, and that makes my choice very easy then. I'm taking Crippling Cloud.
How about you, Peter?
I took Seeing Red, which is going to give me 2 energy for free now that it's upgraded.
Okay.
It's just free, 0 cost, 2 energy.
0 cost, 2 energy.
And can you put that on bottom of Elites?
That's hard to argue with.
It worked very well on our first game.
Yeah, it works very well with anything.
All right. So.
Now we go to the shop. So move us up to the shop.
Shopping.
Okay. Shopping.
I'm going to get stuff. The tough go shopping.
Probably shouldn't reference that anime too much on video. And then we need 3 potions. So note, everybody can spend $3 to remove a card. You also draw 3 of your card rewards, and you can buy those potentially. In addition, we have a bunch of potions and relics for sale. The relics, for a cost of 5, once per combat, keep your leftover block from last turn. That is the Calipers. Dead Branch, once per combat, draw 1 card for each card in your exhaust pile. That costs 9. Strike Dummy. Your starter strikes deal +1 damage. That costs 8. Our potions, attack potion. The next attack you play this turn is played twice. That feels really good for Peter, possibly, but he'd have to send a potion to somebody else. Block potion for 2. 2 armor to any player. And then vulnerable potion for 2 gives vulnerable to an enemy. Don't forget to draw 3 cards that you can also purchase.
You can purchase any of them or all of them?
Any or all. Gray banners are 2. Blue banners are 3. If you get a golden ticket and it upgrades, and you get a gold banner as a result, that costs 6. Oof, this is a hard call. I kind of love the once per combat, draw 1 card for each card in your discard pile, given my discard my draw deck.
Yes.
How much did you say blue costs?
3.
3. Okay.
Ooh.
That sounds worth it. And it's 2 for something that costs 2? That's gray?
Yes.
Okay. I probably don't know that I should buy 2, but I will. Let me see what the upgrades are.
I think I'm going to pay 3 to remove a card, at least. I'm torn.
I cannot basically afford anything.
Is there something you're wanting really bad?
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I could get fusion, which gives me an extra energy but it's a power. So the question is whether or not that's going to be useful, or I could pay 3 to remove a card. Those are probably the ones that I'd consider. That's about it.
I'm kind of interested in the Strike Dummy, but I would also like to remove a card. I need 11 to do that. I only have 10. So I could do both if I could borrow one from someone.
First, let me pay my 3 to remove a card. I'm removing a basic strike from my deck.
I'm removing a basic defend from my deck.
I can give you 1, Peter.
Okay, thanks. Then that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to take this and discard a discard. So discard a block.
Okay.
And I won't be buying any cards.
Okay. I bought 2 cards and discarded 1 card.
I only have 2, so somebody'd have to pay, and then I might get fusion, but honestly speaking, it probably would make more sense to remove a strike.
Okay, let's have you remove a strike.
Okay.
I like thinner decks.
Yeah, I ended up making mine net up by 1. I bought 2 cards and discarded 1.
Okay, how much gold? How much do you have left?
I have 2 left.
You have 2 left. You have potion slots, right?
I have 2 potion slots available.
Okay. We're not hitting another shop. Peter, what are your potions
So-
currently?
So I've got Sneckle Oil, which draws 5 cards but gains 2 dazes. Distilled Chaos, so draw 3 cards and play them immediately in any order for no energy. And Flex Potion, gain a strength, lose that strength at the end of the turn. The Flex Potion is nice, but it doesn't seem all that useful.
And you have some pretty hard-hitting cards.
I do.
So I will, well, give me the Sneckle Oil
All right. Have some snake oil.
and get yourself the attack potion.
Let's see, this one?
Because what I'm thinking is you can do the Flex Potion and then the attack potion in the same turn to do a really big, like, massive hit potential.
Yep. And if I get my bash, then the first bash will make it vulnerable.
Uh-huh. Exactly. And then you can flex and wham! That means altogether we have 5 gold left, which is not enough, or is enough to get a caliper if we wanted it, which allows you to keep leftover armor, but I don't think any of us are really building up that much. The only thing that could come in handy with is me because I have Wish. But that's only once per combat. So I could blow a Wish, get 10 armor, and take a big hit, and then still have armor for the next turn.
So I make
But that costs 6, right? I thought you said we only had 5 left.
Oh, no, but it's -1 because it's in the first slot.
Ah, I see.
But I'm not sure it's worth spending those because we might get something else through Nicole. But honestly, I kind of want this block potion. That's an ass saver. So I'll spend 2, get the block potion. And then, Dan, the question is up to you if you want the vulnerable potion. It would allow you to put vulnerable on an enemy.
I already have the pen nib that gives us a 1 in 6 chance of doing that.
So rather
No,
save your 2?
I'd rather save it.
Okay, sounds good. I think then we're probably done.
Yep.
And I did not buy any of my cards.
How many gold do we have left collectively? 3?
3.
Okay. I'm just wondering if one of these question marks might need a gold.
If it does, then that is what we get.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
now
we're
we have
done
to
there.
go to
I guess we have
question
to go
mark.
to a question mark. There's
Yes.
no other path.
We are stuck. Okay. So, question. Wheel of Change. Time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. Roll the die. Each player rolls separately. Go for it, Nicole.
All right, mine is going to be a 6.
Lose 2 HP.
HP.
Ow.
That
Do not
sucked.
roll a 6. Anything but a 6. A 2
Wait,
is all.
Being a
wait.
person
What's
is
a
not great.
5? Gain 4?
Gain 4.
Once per room, -1 to the die results. I think
Yes,
2
yes.
is bad, so I'm going to gain
4 gold.
4 gold?
Yep.
Okay.
Does that -1 apply to all of our dice or just yours?
Just for
to a
that.
die result.
To
So
a
I-
die result.
Okay.
And it's 1 per room, so it's tapped now.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
I get a 5, so I gain 4. Peter, go for it.
All right. Let's roll a
5. You
5.
gain 4 gold.
4 gold. Okay.
And Dan.
Really
Would you
would
like to have all of us gain 4 gold? What are the odds of that bullshit?
4.
You gain a relic.
nice.
I think I would have rather gone back to full HP.
No.
Yeah, I think
This
I'd
is
like
on the relic.
full
Overall, yes, except start of combat, you get an extra energy for your first turn.
Only for the first turn?
yeah,
I'll
but you
take
get
it.
a lot of cards for your first turn, so
That's true.
Well, speaking of which, at the end of last combat, I got to heal up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm back to 6.
I would have liked the full HP recovery, just
I
honestly
know, so
speaking.
would I.
Next one,
That's
question.
what I was hoping for.
Question.
The woman in blue. From the darkness, an arm pulls you into a shop. Buy a potion now. We have 3 options. If you don't pay any money, you lose an HP. If you pay 1, you get 1 potion. If you pay 2, you get 2 potions.
I'm going to pay 1 to get 1 potion.
Okay.
I get the energy potion for 2 energy.
8:59 p.m.
Very nice. I'm going to actually pay 2 because I have 1 that I don't care about, and I could always possibly give 1 to Dan.
Okay. I was going to pay 2, but I guess it doesn't matter.
No, you might still.
Well,
Well,
everybody's going
I'm going to pay 1 and give it to Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, like, remember that we...
Oh, yeah, so I'll only pay 1. Yeah, because we're going to... That makes sense. Because we'll end up stocked up anyways.
Does it say each person does it?
Yes.
Yeah. It always is. Oh, I got the vulnerable potion. For temporary, I'm going to give this to you just to hold on to.
Draw 5 cards and gain 2 energy?
Or no, gain 2 dazes.
Oh, that's not as good.
Okay,
All
Peter.
right, so I'm going to pay 1 and get 1 potion.
You get a flex potion.
You can have it, Dan.
But Dan doesn't have any...
Gain strength.
Would you actually give that to Nicole?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Dan, you're paying 1.
I'm paying 1 because I used my last slot.
And your favorite, deal 4 damage.
Yeah. You know what? 4 damage is 4 damage. That is not bad.
Okay, cool.
Would have rather had heal.
We're now
but
full up on potions.
Actually, I think I will trade you back on that Snecko pot. I might occasionally use that because I'm dumb.
vulnerable potion, blah.
It's still something.
Well, the vulnerable potion would be amazing with that big hit, right?
Yeah.
That would have turned 17 to 34.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
No, that's a fair point.
Assuming that I can stack poison and weak on something again, that would be
Okay.
happy days.
Move us into the fire. I am healing 3.
Yeah, I'm healing 3.
I am healing 3.
What are the other
3,
options?
3.
Upgrade a card.
I'm healing 6. I've got the Regal Pillow. When you rest, heal plus 3 hit points.
Oh! So you're healing
So
4.
I'm back up to full.
That makes sense. Okay, so I'm at 7.
I'm at 7.
I'm also at 7.
I'm at 10.
Okay, this goes to
Lucky
the bottom of the
sevens.
potion.
Unless it's FF7 because there was a bug in Kate Sith's which reversed kill all enemies and kill party.
Whoops.
That's a bad day.
That would make me not want to play with that member in my party.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we are at the boss of Act 2. Are you ready?
Can we take a quick break?
Fight!
Sure, let's do a quick break. And we are back. And of course, I've got a cough. So that can go back to the bottom. And now we spawned our boss. And we get the champ. So, he appears to have 2 phases. So he has base phase and then fury mode. When the champ reaches 0 XP, he immediately heals 40 HP per player.
Sorry, 0 XP? Do you mean
HP.
0
Or
HP?
HP, yeah. When he reaches 0 HP, he immediately heals 40 HP per player, and then enters Fury mode. Move the cube at that point. So he has a total of 320 HP.
Thanks.
And then he's getting 160 back?
No, 160 and then 160.
Okay.
So he has 160 twice.
And
Luckily,
sadly, no overflow damage.
and we have no ads. So it is just him.
So since he regains the HP,
He does some hard hits.
Yeah, so on the first round, he's going to do 4 to everybody. Then he's going to do weakness and strengthen himself. Then, because of the strengthen, he'll do 6 to everybody and give himself 3 armor. And then he rinse and repeats those.
oof.
When he goes into Fury mode, the first round, remove all weaken and vulnerable tokens from the champ.
But not strength tokens?
And not poison tokens.
Yep, and does not do anything else. And then he starts cycling every other turn. 4 damage to everybody, so 8 total to everybody, plus any strength tokens for each of the 2-4 hits, and then strengthen the next round, and then back to that. So
Okay.
he needs to die quick.
Yes.
I'm
And,
starting to think I should have put some defense in my deck after all.
Maybe.
yeah, but also stacking poison means it will not go away between rounds 1 and 2, which is different from the other ones.
So we got a 4.
That's good.
Yep.
We got a 4. So he takes 4
4
damage
damage.
straight up.
Okay. And I will get to draw an extra card because of the Gremlin Horn.
And I will draw my initial 8 cards.
And I get my Miracle, which I forgot last round, which would have been nice.
Ooh, good.
Any
Lucky
other
me.
4s?
Nope. Mine are 5
here.
and 6.
6,
Or 1.
7, 8.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm going to start by playing my upgraded demon form. I gain a strength at the start of every turn.
That's going to prove really nice.
This is exactly the right time to get it.
I am going to play Reprogram to gain a strength and remove my 1 lightning form. So that is my second strength, but I will lose 1 at the end of the turn.
I am going to start by poisoning him
That seems good.
for 0. And I'm also going to, unless there's a reason to wait, I'm going to deal 1 damage and vulnerable him.
Okay, that's really good because now he's dealing 3 damage to everybody.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit of risk and play Rupture, which will gain me a strength, but I'll lose a hit point.
Okay, that seems like a good trade-off, given your full.
I will play Cool-Headed to channel a Frost.
I'm going to be very simple. I'm going to deal, or give myself 3 armor, and then I'm going to deal him 1 damage.
I am going to give myself a block.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to deal him 3. I'm going to get 3 armor, and then I'm going to deal him 2 and enter Wrath, because then I can handle it.
Alright, I am also going to deal 3 damage to him using a Strike. That is the second energy I've expended this turn. And then I am going to use a Claw, which sets me to 1, and then I deal a total of 3 to him again. So I've dealt a total of 6 to him.
Okay,
Oh, I bet your claws are going to build up quite nicely.
Yes.
that's the hope.
So I am going to deal 4 damage to him for 1 energy because he has a poison.
Okay,
And then last but not least, I am going to play Defend to 2 shield to myself.
sounds good.
So how much damage is incoming?
3 right now.
Okay, good. My extra energy is coming in handy. I'm targeting an entire row, which unfortunately just means him for 2 poison and another weaken.
Very nice.
But this is an exhaust.
So I've got no shields whatsoever. I'm going to be taking all 3 to the face.
So I can give myself 2, or I can give you 2.
Do you have any armor currently?
I have 1, but I have 7 hit points and he has 9.
I would
be inclined to give it to myself.
Yeah, I would give it to yourself.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that, and now I am protected.
Okay, and you're out of energy now, right?
I am out of energy. That is
Okay.
correct.
Okay, I think we're all spent. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm debating whether I want to
I
retain my
gain an
defense, but I
additional
don't think
block
so.
Okay.
because of my Frost Orb.
Okay, he takes 3 damage from poison. He is down to 142.
Is that all?
And
The first 140.
he expends 1 of his weakness tokens and deals each of us 3 damage, and I take an additional 1 from my wrath.
I
Right.
take no damage.
I block it.
Down to 6.
Okay, roll the die, draw your next hand.
Die is 3.
Okay. This round, he is dealing weakness to all of us and giving himself a strength token.
Is he attacking us at all?
No.
Boo.
In that case, I'm playing Inflame and gaining a strength, and I'm gaining another strength at the start of the round. I'm playing a Strike, which will do 4 damage.
Okay.
And since I've got nothing else left to do with my last energy, I'm playing a Defend to give myself 1 block, but it will, of course, disappear unused.
Okay, I'm going to play these 3 cards. I'm going to start there. That'll be 3 damage to him, and that goes on the top of my draw pile. Another 3 damage from Eruption, discard, and then 4 more damage from Fear No Evil Plus, and it'll push me into comp. So I deal a total of 10 to him.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. I've got this new artifact Strike dummy. My starter strikes deal +1 damage, so I did 1 more point of damage.
Oh, sweet.
I am dealing 1 point of damage to him with Slice at 0 cost.
Okay. You don't have the plus poison yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Alas.
I have a plan for next turn, though. I don't need any block this turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. I am going to go crazy then. I am going to spend all 3 energy,
Okay.
and I am going to deal 4 weakness and 4 poison and exhaust this.
I like that. He will lose the weakness once we knock him out, but that's a decent trade-off,
It's
shall
going
we?
to be a little while before that happens. Then.
Yeah, and I am tapping my runic pyramid, and I am retaining choke, so I will be able to do a bunch of damage next turn. So if we're able to vulnerable him, this may be the time.
Okay.
Depends on what I draw.
I do have a vulnerable
Oh, we have a
potion to
potion,
force the
don't we?
issue.
Yep. Go ahead, Nicole.
I am going to use claw. That brings the claw die up to 2, and then I have a strength, so I deal 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just put it there, and then I will deal strike, which is going to do 2 damage,
Okay.
and then I am going to zap, which will channel lightning.
Okay. He is down to 121. And I think we're all spent.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not spent, but I don't need anything else in my hand.
You have anything left, Dan?
Nope, I am out. I have retained
I
choke.
deal 1 more damage to him.
Okay. He is down to 120.
Okay.
Okay. So we all gain a weakness.
Well, he takes poison first, right?
Oh, yes. He takes 7 points. He is down to 113. And now we all gain a weakness, so our first hit is reduced by 1. This next round is really bad. He is dealing 5 damage to each, he has strength now.
Oh, come on.
He is dealing 6 damage to each of us, and then gaining 3 armor at the end of the turn.
3.
I get nothing from a 3.
I also get nothing from a 3.
Same here. By
With
the way, I still have no block.
And yours is a -1, right, Nicole? Not a +1 to the die roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I can change the die to any number before accepting the roll. But that would be one of my potions.
Okay. Probably want to save that for later. I only have 1 block card, alas.
I'm going to use my Distilled Chaos Potion, draw 3 cards immediately, and play them in any order for 0 energy.
Let's do that. So you have to play those right away.
Berserk, which I can't really do anything with. Wild Strike, which is going to do 5 damage to the boss. And I'll have to draw 1 more.
Okay. Well, wait to do that because if you get...
Well, I have to draw the 3 and play them immediately.
Okay. So 5 damage. In any order, though. We don't know what the last card is.
Right, I'm about to draw it.
Yeah. The other card may be better to go before the Wild Strike.
Oh,
Nope.
no, it's just a strike, which will do 4 damage. Oh, 5 damage.
Okay. 0. That's out. So that goes back up. And
This goes back in the potion deck.
And what was the last hit?
5.
From the basic strike?
Yeah, from a basic strike.
Holy shit. Okay. And what was the other card that you said does nothing?
6.
Okay. What was the other card you said does nothing?
The other card that said does nothing is Berserk. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 1 damage to any row.
Okay.
I don't have anything that makes me exhaust cards.
But that is a power, so it goes into play.
Yeah, I guess I could put it in play.
Yep.
It's out of your deck.
Yep. It removes it from the deck, which is important. So he is down to 102.
Okay, I have my Bash, which will do a vulnerable. I also have a next attack card you play this turn is played twice. I think now is the time to use that attack potion.
What was that?
So now I think is the time to use the attack potion. The next attack you play this turn is played twice.
No, save that for a second round.
Okay,
the second
we'll
round
save
is
that for
much
second
more
phase.
deadly. Question for you, Nicole. Rules for clarification. Does that deal only 4 damage in Wrath, or is it deal 2 damage? I get the +1 from Wrath and then +2 from Wrath. So is it 5?
It is not an attack.
Oh, good catch. That's why I asked for rules. I've been playing it right then.
All right, in that case, I'm going to play my Anger, which does 6 points.
6 points.
Yep.
Oh, is all that strength permanent?
Yes.
Oh, right. You're getting super
Remember,
powerful.
I've got gain at start of turn and gain 1 strength.
2.
Boss fights is what that was made for.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely need to do that super hit at the end.
And that cost me 0 energy. Then for 1 energy, I'll do a strike 2, which becomes a strike 3, which becomes a strike 7.
Should you be using the other setting up the vulnerable? Because somebody else can use that.
Yeah, I want to set the vulnerable up by going the vulnerable last.
Okay, so how much did you just do?
I just did 7,
Jesus Christ.
and this will do 4 plus 4 is 8, and make him vulnerable.
Okay. Does somebody have a big hit?
Yes.
No.
What do you have?
But there's a catch.
Uh-huh.
The catch is no envenom.
We want Envenom.
You're willing to trade off. You're willing to trade off choke, which is 2 plus poison plus weakness.
Yes.
No.
Well,
Hold on. How much is that going to be if it's
If
doubled?
it's doubled,
12 plus 2, 14, 28 damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
is that
7,
an
8,
exhaust or
10, 11, 12. Hang on. 12 plus 2 is 14 times 2 is 28.
is that an exhaust?
Choke is not an exhaust.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'd do that.
You would do that instead of envenom?
Well, that's hard. The Envenom will keep building up for us for the next phase.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is a catch. But regardless, escape plan gives me a free block and draws a card, so I should do that first.
Okay.
Sure.
Because I need block, right?
Yes.
I am going to... how much block do I need?
a lot. He's doing 6.
If that's the case, then, well, another basic defend, boo. My only good card would also negate both of those. I'm just going to hit him hard, and I'll just have to live with 2 block, and that will be life.
So you're not doing Envenom?
Well, it's either Envenom or hit him for 28 because of the vulnerable.
I'm leaning towards Envenom because I'm mostly worried about his second phase. But I may be wrong on that. I'm flexible. I mean...
By the way, unless I get a shield this turn, there will be no second phase.
Oh,
I can't give you any shield.
I cannot give you any shield.
I can give you shield. Okay.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 energy to use buffer for myself, which will, next time I would lose HP, prevent it and place a cube.
Oh, nice.
And then I am using my last energy to provide 2 shields for Peter.
Thank you.
I'm
Okay.
using 2 energy to give myself 4 shields, or I have the same problem.
Okay, I have 7 HP right now. So here's what I am thinking. I will do Envenom. I will eventually see Choke later, and when I see it again, it will be
Could you
more
send
powerful
Cammy a cube, please?
because
Thank you.
it will have more poison
Or you
and,
only need 1.
and probably more weakens.
Yeah.
So I will set myself up for the future. I don't have that many attack cards,
Yeah.
but at least the ones I do will add poison.
Sounds good.
So that takes 2 energy. So unfortunately, everything else goes away, and the only other thing I can do is a basic defend, which gives me a paltry 2 block. So I'm going to take 4 to the face.
Okay, I'm going to do a simple battle him attack. I'm not in Wrath.
Remember, he's vulnerable, so your attack will be doubled.
Oh, wait. He's still vulnerable?
Yeah,
That-
but if he's vulnerable, it is only from an attack, and that is not
That is not an attack. But
Okay,
I still... this doesn't affect that.
No.
Okay, so he takes 2 damage. And
Weak
that's less.
also affects attacks.
Okay. So I'm not going to use Consecrate because 1 damage getting doubled and then negated seems like a waste.
Welcome to the not an attack crowd.
Yes. So I am done.
So I am still weakened as well then.
Okay.
Right. So now it's his turn?
Yep, so now he hits... Or
So
first,
now he takes a bunch of damage.
now first he takes 7 damage, which takes him down to even 70. Then he deals... he deals 6 damage to all of us and gains 3 armor.
He deals no damage to me because the next time I would lose HP, I would prevent it and then place it.
That's 6 after the weekend, right?
He didn't... Oh, he had a weekend, sorry.
He has
But
5.
he has strength.
So,
Oh, but he has strength, so it cancels out.
Yeah, it
so
cancels
they
out.
both
So
go.
it's 5.
Oh yeah, the strength stays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
but
it's
that
5.
does mean only 5 damage. You're
Yeah,
correct.
so 2 goes, 3 gets through, and I'm down to 4.
So I'm thankful for the 2 block, but now I only have 2 HP.
Yes.
This
may,
energy. This
be
may
back.
end very soon.
5.
So I can apply a vulnerable to him, which I will.
And I get an extra energy.
I apply a weak to him, and I also draw an additional card.
And now he has 2 vulnerables. So the next 2 attacks nail him.
So I can only give myself 1 block, and I can apply a weaken to him, which is pointless.
He is doing 4 base damage. Or 4 damage after strength and weak.
Okay, I will have 1 block, so that will take me down to 1 hit point, and I'll
So-
just do that to myself right now because it's free.
It's free, okay.
So I have 1 block.
So pretty much, unless we deal 70 damage,
Okay.
we might be out.
Okay,
So I actually drew my 2 defends this turn. So I can defend myself against 2, but there are 4 coming in, so I will still need 1 more block or I will be gone.
Okay.
so I will poison him for free.
Hold on. Okay, taking him up to 8.
I will hit him with. Hang on.
Okay, I'm going to shield me and Peter. That'll take all of my energy. I get 4. Peter gets 2.
Thank you.
Forgot I
So
drew.
we are
limited.
both fully protected.
I forgot I draw 6 cards, so that helps. Okay, so I've done this, and I've done this.
In that case, I'm going to play Headbutt, which will attack for 2, which becomes 7. And I can take a card from my discard pile
Wait.
and put it on top of my draw pile.
So it becomes 7, then
Yes.
doubles to 14.
Yep.
Okay. And that is the first vulnerable gone.
And I'm going to bring back Bash Plus so we can make him vulnerable again next turn.
Okay. And you're done?
And I'm done.
Okay. We still have a vulnerable if anybody's doing a decent hit.
I am, but I am weakened.
But still probably better than Nicole's hit, I guess.
I mean, so I have a weak and a strength, which means that I do a hit of 3.
What are you looking at?
I am looking at 2 minus 1 plus 2 plus 2 because he's poisoned. So that's 3 doubled to 6.
Okay,
So it's the
you're-
same as Nicole.
So let's do you. We'll get it done.
Okay. So 2 minus 1 plus 2. Yeah, so 6 damage and a poison token
Okay.
for 1 energy. And a damage that clears my weak as well. And a damage and a weaken and a poison
Okay.
for free from neutralize.
Oh, shoot. I have to give him back 3 hit points. Okay. Because he had armor.
Oh, right.
And he's now up to 10.
And then my last 2 are 2 basic strikes, which is 2 damage and 2 poison tokens. And I am out.
Okay.
And I will be down to 1 hit point at the end of this, I think.
Alright, I'm going to play Defragment or Bend of Tourniquets, get +1. And then I am going to play Claw, which puts me up to 3. I have 1 strength and 1 weaken, so the weaken goes away and I deal 3 damage to him.
Wait, I still have an energy. You did deal 3 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I am going to Overclock.
And you gave him another weaken, right, Dan?
The neutralize gave him a weaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I have to put a dazed in my discard.
I'm going to, with the bonus energy I got from the 5 roll with the Gremlin Horn, deal him 1 damage. And then, because the vulnerables are off now, I'm going to use Consecrate to deal 1 damage.
I am going to use the blue candle to exhaust 2 strikes from my hand. How much damage is he doing right now? Nothing?
Or wait, sorry. This round he's doing 4.
I'm going to use my energy potion to give me 2 more energy. And then I'm going to seek for my cool-headed.
Ah, nice. To give yourself an extra armor.
Yep. This is kind of messing up some of my deck ability, but whatever. That's all I got. Well, oh yeah, because I'm not going to lose HP if he deals only 4.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So you won't use your buffer.
Yeah. So I have 2 energy, so I spend cool-headed to channel a frost. And then I will use Blizzard to deal 4 damage. No, wait. So this sounds like it's multiple attacks.
Let me see. Deal 2 damage for each. Yes, it is correct.
Okay, then that means I deal 6 damage.
Correct. Okay, and you're out?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. So, do you deal damage with your lightning orb now?
Yes, I deal with 2 damage with my lightning orb.
Okay. That takes him down to 38. He then takes 12, courtesy of Dan. Thank you. And then he deals 4 damage to each of us.
Ouch.
My armor completely negates.
Are you down for the army, Tony?
I am down to 1 hit point.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
And I'm down to 2.
So I will need to shuffle.
And next round he's doing what? Oh, next round he's just weakening and strengthening.
Yes.
He has a 1. So I will play an attack twice. If I end up having an attack, which I do.
So all he's doing is weakening and strengthening. No need to block.
Yep. Though we would rather kill him this round
Yes, I know.
to avoid that strength, if we can.
Well, unfortunately, my turn is not going to be that interesting. I will play a claw, which is going to do 5.
Twice.
No, it's going to do 5 because of my strength, and it went up to 4. And then it's going to do 6.
Twice.
I know, it's
Okay.
going to do 5,
Okay.
and then it is going to do 6.
Oh, I see. So first one does 5, down to 1, or down to 21, and then second one does 6.
Yep.
Which brings him down to 15.
So I'm going to do the vulnerable thing again. If anybody has a big attack, then you can follow it up after my vulnerable.
Sounds good. How much does that do?
Let's see. 4 plus 6 is 10.
Okay. He is down to 6. So I can finish him.
Finish him!
We can deal damage to him in his second phase immediately, right? During this turn?
No.
No?
Oh, he heals immediately.
But then he's stunned for a turn, right?
Correct. We can continue. He'll be stunned at the end of this turn.
Okay. So we can keep wailing on him.
Yes, that is correct. So I will deal the 6 to finish him.
Yeah, we want to minimize overflow damage.
Yep.
By the way, do you want to deal 6 or should you have me deal 8 and get the 8 doubled?
The 8
We want the
would
8 to
not
be
overflow.
doubled. Yeah, we want the 8 to
not
be doubled
overflow.
in
Okay.
phase 2.
Yeah. So
All right.
unfortunately, that won't work. So yeah, I will deal the 6 to finish this phase, putting him back up to 160. Moving that down to there. So at the end of this round now, he's just clearing stuff, and he's also not getting a second strength token, which is really good. Unfortunately, next round is going to suck.
Okay, so in that case, I can hit him now with a strike for 8.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, these little single strikes are turning out a lot more useful than I thought.
Yeah.
And I can use a strike for 2.
Okay. I can use 2 strikes for 1 each.
Unfortunately, I drew all of my defense cards, but I can do a little bit of damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to poison him for no energy cost. And then I'm going to, for no energy cost, deal 1 damage and a poison.
We like this.
And then I am going to deal 4 damage and a poison because he's already poisoned for 1 energy cost.
I like the piling poison.
And the problem is that everything left is all of my good defense cards, and I have 1 hit point, so next turn will be very bad for me.
Yes.
I got,
Though next turn's going to be very bad for all of us.
yeah,
Unless we deal 133 damage.
yeah. So we will probably lose next turn. But
We shall
I'm
see.
out of
Depends
stuff,
on
and
what cards we get.
yeah, I am wasting 2 energy. Ooh, so I could draw 3 cards with a Swift potion. This may be the time to do it.
Yeah,
No.
actually not bad.
Why would
He
you
has 2
draw-
energy.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's...
Okay.
And it burns through his deck. which means
Unfortunately,
he might
no
get his defense
guarantee
back.
I will get anything good.
No, but it's worth a shot.
And I got trash.
Well, no, but you might cause more poison.
That is true. I will deal. He lost his weeks as well,
Yes,
but he's about to get
No,
it.
he's going to lose his weeks.
he's going to lose them at the end of this turn.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well,
But still,
still. So So 1 more energy cost is 2 more damage, 2 more poison, and a week that he's going to lose.
I'm sorry, 2 more damage, 2 more poison, and another week.
Yeah. And sadly, I don't have the big hit right now because I didn't draw it.
Well, no, that's fine. Hopefully next turn
Yeah.
we beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah. And I have a vulnerable potion, so I can double my big hit forcibly if I have to.
Oh, that's a good call. Nicole, you have anything else?
Just 1 damage at the end of the turn.
Okay. Not bad. We knocked off 20
Yeah.
damage onto his next round.
Yeah, and I will defend because I can.
And then some.
With my less energy.
Okay, so now it's the end of the turn. So he takes an additional 17 damage, bringing him down to 123. And he removes all weak and vulnerable, which, boo. And now at the end of this turn, he does 5 to each of us twice.
I cannot survive that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I cannot survive that.
So this is
All attacker. This is go big or go home.
pretty much roll the die,
I got choke. Good.
4, 5.
and we get a 2. Is 2 useful for anybody?
It is not useful for me.
I can lower it to a 1 and get an additional attack. That's all I can
So I'm going
Or
to.
you can set it to anything.
do. Yes.
So
I
I
could
will.
set it to anything.
I will immediately play escape plan for a free block and
Wait.
to draw a card.
Wait a
Do we
second.
want to
Okay.
change the die to anything else?
Yeah, we have to make that decision first.
Okay.
So
what is it right now? It's a 2. A 1
Yes.
doesn't do. A 1 does
Yeah.
nothing for me.
A 1 would allow me to play an attack twice. However, if we set it to a 5,
if we set it to 5, I get an extra energy. If we set it to 4, I draw an extra card, and Dan does 4 damage.
I
Yes.
also deal a weakness and draw a card. So
Oh, you
at
can
a
set it
5.
to anything?
Yes, I can set it to anything.
Wow. A 4 sounds ideal. I also have a fire potion for 4 damage.
Hold on, let me see what my new card is. I would be fine with a 4 or a 5. A 5, the extra energy, I think I'm going to do more damage. Yeah, I think I'd prefer a 5 personally.
5 would give me an extra card as well, so
Okay, we'll do a 5.
5 it is.
Okay, so I gain an extra energy. That puts me up to 4. Anybody else get anything from a 5?
He gets
He gets a
weakness.
vulnerable.
Oh, he does.
He also gets a weakness.
Oh, the weakness is good. That helps me.
Okay, so now we need a big fucking hit.
So I can hit for 6, 7, 8, 14.
So that would be 28. What can you hit for right now, Dan, with yours? With the vulnerable on it.
Calculating. I can force a vulnerable, so it doesn't matter because I have a potion.
Okay, then let's do Peter's.
Okay, so I'm going to use my attack potion card. The next attack you play this turn is played twice.
Use your flex potion.
Yep, I'll also use my flex potion to add 1 strength.
Only
give
the
me
first
both
one
those.
gets doubled, though, right?
No.
Oh, they both get doubled.
Oh, no, first attack.
Only the first attack gets doubled, I think. So I'm attacking at 6, but I have a strength of 9, so that becomes 15, which gets doubled to 30.
That is very nice.
And that's the first
10.
attack.
20. 30. Okay, he's down to 93.
Then I do the second attack where I only do for 15.
Is that right? Oh, I see.
And then I have 1 point of energy left. I can use a basic strike there, which is going to do 11.
Hold on 1 second here. Before you do that extra 15, Dan, what is your attack looking to be?
Let me calculate.
Are you
Is it
thinking
per
you want to
poison
do
and
the
other
vulnerable?
stuff?
It adds poison and weak.
Okay, then we don't want the extra vulnerable. Okay. Okay, so what's your next attack, Peter? 11?
My next attack is a basic strike for 11.
Okay, I think we may beat him. Dan, would you like to vulnerable and wallop him?
Yes. First, because it is free and there is no downside to doing so, I will play escape plan for a block and to draw a card.
Okay.
Because I may get something better than a strike. And oh, look at that. I got another strike.
Okay. So now, what does that big wallop card cost you?
2.
Okay, so you want to use something else first
I
to
know.
get another poison. Okay.
Yes, I know that.
I was just making sure I was understanding
By the
what
way,
you're playing.
I think that vulnerable comes off. We used it.
Yes,
It
that
does.
is correct. But he's putting it back on
I know.
after the space strike.
Yes. So the basic strike does 1 damage and applies a poison.
Up to 18.
Yes. So now I will play the vulnerable potion,
Okay.
which goes away and makes him vulnerable.
Okay.
So now I do math. Please stand by. So 3 plus 1 damage for the week is 4 plus 18.
No, 3 plus 19. So 23.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Yep.
Yes.
Times 2.
23 times 2 is 46 and another poison token.
Okay. I like this. So you took him down to 20 even and gave him another poison, which means we only needed to deal 1 more point of damage and he's dead.
I have a...
Don't throw...
No.
Yeah.
No.
I have
a
it.
claw.
He's dead.
Phew.
Okay, that's what I was hoping we would do is just...
Yeah.
Right before I throw the claw, I'm taking a potion, which is an energy potion, and I'm paying for it.
So you did 26 with your thing, right? With your base attack. Or, yeah, 26 from your attack.
23.
23. Let me see if I can match that. If I can, then you keep your vulnerable potion.
Okay.
So, because I have a lot of energy.
I can deal 11 damage.
Okay, so I need to deal 12.
Okay.
If I deal 12, you keep your vulnerable potion.
Okay. And my energy, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, so I start with Tantrum, which deals 2 damage. So I'll put him at 12 for the sake of argument, because that's what I need to do to finish his ass off. That deals 2, taking him down to 10, and puts me into Wrath, which gains me... I spent 1, gained 2 energy. And then I'm going to use Snecko Oil, because I hate this fucking card, to draw 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you get a couple days, but there's not going to be another turn, so. Yay.
Yep. Then I'm going to use Blasphemy, taking me down to 3, which means I exhaust my draw pile, and my next my next attack does 3 times. And
you can discard that, not exhaust it, right?
It is exhaust.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm going to use, and that took me down to 3. Then I'm going to use Tantrum again, which does 12 damage, or 9 more damage. No, 9 more damage, which means he's down to 1. And then I throw a Consecrate. He's dead. So keep your vulnerable potion.
Okay. And even if you couldn't, I had a basic strike would have killed him.
Okay, yes. Okay.
And I would have obviously had the energy for that.
But I figured saving the vulnerable potion...
No, it's the other one, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saving the vulnerable potion if we can was worth it.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. We actually pulled that off.
Yeah, I had a feeling if we took our time on the first round and got the poison stacked up.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. I was like, do it now or do it later. My thinking was I would see choke again and it would be stronger with the poison, and indeed it was. Exactly,
and it gave us more time to build up, get Peter set up with more strength. And since he had a turn with no attack, since we planned it well, I think that went well.
Yeah, it feels like there should be an achievement for beating an act boss with 1 hit point.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining.
Wait, what are you doing? We haven't done the rewards yet.
Oh shit! Yes, we get rewards. Thank you. I'm dumb.
Why do we want rewards? We can do Act 3 without them, right?
Yeah, who wants the rewards? Okay, everybody get 3 gold.
Terrible.
As you try to knock over my rare rewards.
Awful.
Everybody, this is where we draw 5 and get to pick 1 each.
Yep.
Okay, so we get 5 boss relics to choose from. We get start of turn gain an energy, but when you take this card, you gain 2 curses. So you get 1 bonus energy all the time. Transform 3 cards, then discard this immediately, which basically is 3 cards from your current deck. You get 3 random rewards. And you have no choice, you just get them. Coffee Dripper. Start of turn, gain an energy, but you can no longer heal at campfires. That might actually not be bad for you.
Well, I've got this when you rest, heal an additional 3 hit points.
Yeah, but you always heal after 3 after battles.
It's true that I heal 3 after battles, but I was still getting run way, way down.
Fair.
I needed to use this to get back up to full.
But
and I got almost no defense.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Keep rolling, man.
Yep. At the end of every combat, gain a potion. And Snecko Eye. When we roll 1 or 2, you draw 2 cards. When we roll a 3 or 4, you get an energy. When we roll a 5 or a 6, you get a daze.
Seems fitting. I'm actually tempted, this may be insane, But because I have the extra card draw, I feel like that negates the damage of the curses potentially. So, and me having the
No,
extra...
it makes the curses worse in some ways because a lot of the curses will hurt you. So you're going to draw them more often.
So curses aren't just inert cards in your deck. They do
No,
bad
some
things?
of them hurt you based on how many cards are left in your deck or just having it in your deck or any of a number of things. And drawing 2 increases the potential risk there.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm not saying don't take it.
But also, having the extra energy because I have the extra card draw is also useful. And if there's a way for me to remove the curses from my deck.
That's really hard.
Because it's Act 3?
Yeah, we'd have to hit we'd have to get a good question mark and we'd have to hit a shop.
Yeah, and in Act 3, that's hard.
Yeah.
Crud.
Me, if I took the curses, I do have Blasphemy, which if they happen to be in my draw pile, they're gone for the rest of that round, but that's also hard to pull off.
I have the Candle, which allows me to exhaust up to 2 cards in my hand.
Oh. Once per combat.
Yep.
She may be best for that.
Yeah, I mean, she may not draw both curses at the same time, but
yeah, well,
even
the
if she
extra
gets rid
energy
of one.
Yeah.
Extra energy helps everybody.
Okay, yeah, so let's give Nicole that.
Okay.
As long as everybody's okay with that.
Yep. I really like the idea of the white beast statue.
Okay. Yeah, that might not be bad for you with the potions.
It looks suspiciously like an elephant.
It does, doesn't it?
I can't imagine why.
So my curses are unplayable.
It looks like it's got a tusk instead of a trunk.
Unplayable
Sure.
retain.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So, I'm sorry, what were those? So they're not bad.
Yeah, they're not
You did
that
not
bad.
get the worst ones. The retain kind of is actually not bad. I'm thinking about doing the transform.
So that leaves me with a copy dripper, or what?
Or the Snecko Eye.
I can tolerate dazes better than other people because of my extra card draw.
That is correct. That is something you definitely do better. So you would, and frequently you get even more card draw.
Yeah.
Which with your big deck could be nice.
Yeah.
So you'll take the Snecko Eye?
I'll take the Snecko Eye.
Then I will do Pandora's Box, because I just need to heal.
Yeah. And also a 1/3 chance of gaining an energy with my card draw is also really nice.
And then we get a rare reward, right?
Okay, I am losing 2 strikes and a defend in order to transform.
Okay.
And I am gaining, in place of those, an Empty Fist, which 2 attack for 1 and enter neutral. A Fury of Blows, 1 attack, deals an additional 1 if I switch stances this turn, and it's free. And the last one is a 1 damage, 1 attack with a scry 2 and then draw a card.
All right.
So, overall upgrades.
And then we get
Then
rare
you draw
reward?
3 rare rewards and pick 1.
No, this is...
Ooh.
I am going to take all for 1.
Oh, man.
I'm going to look at my upgrades.
Yeah, me too.
So I've got Feed, which is an attack of 3, but if it kills the enemy, I gain a strength.
Oh, wow. That
But
seems
it is
really
an
good for you.
exhaust.
But it's an exhaust, yes.
Oh, wow.
I've got Uppercut, which for a cost of 2 will attack 3, weaken, and vulnerable. And Exhume, which lets me take a card from the exhaust pile and put it back into my hand.
So I would say, look at the
Probably not
upgraded
big soon.
feed. What would happen if you upgraded feed?
Let's find out. If this kills an enemy, gain 2 strength and exhaust.
That seems good. That's my gut check, but...
So I got Corpse Explosion.
Yes.
How does that work in the board game? 2 poison attached to a target. When it dies, deal 6 damage to its row and discard this card.
So that would unequivocally trigger the if you discarded a card this turn mechanic. Not that I have anything,
Correct.
but we all agreed that that would.
Yes, that would.
And
So-
What's the upgrade?
the upgrade is 10. I'll show it. And also an extra poison. It applies 3 poison to something, and then when it dies, it deals 10 damage to the row.
That feels pretty fucking good.
Yeah, there's also Burst and Poison Stab. Wait, no, this isn't even a rare card. How is this in there? This shouldn't be in there.
That should have been in your normal deck.
Yeah. Oops.
You'll be shuffling that anyways.
Yeah. And then Adrenaline, gain an energy, draw 2 cards, exhaust, which is nice. Or if upgraded. Gain.
So you took feed, Peter?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take feed. Oh, you know, when
Yeah,
you add an
these are
attack
the
to your deck, upgrade it, use this 3 times, then discard. I can upgrade feed now.
Yes. And then just remember you have 2 upgrades left because we have a
Yep.
hard time tracking that.
Yeah. So the upgrade for Corpse Explosion adds a poison and does 10 damage to the row and discards it instead of 6 damage.
Okay, so what are you going to take?
Let me see what my skills are, because the
They're
ability...
usually your defense cards, but
Yeah, I agree, but I'm checking. Defend, escape plan.
the burst plus corpse explosion would be an awesome combo.
I know, unfortunately, not a thing. Yeah. Adrenaline also seems nice because it's an exhaust, so it's a one-time thing. Corpse explosion sounds glorious and fun.
Yes.
So I will try that, and we will see how it goes.
So I can either gain upwards of basically 2 free energy every turn if I play Diva, an upgraded Diva form through the mantras.
That seems really useful.
But that costs me 2 energy to play. Or if I get an upgraded Deus Ex Machina, it's just 3 bonus energy for free. I'm thinking that's the better part of Valor.
But it is an exhaust. It's
Yes.
only once per combat.
Yes, it's once per combat, but Diva form is kind of once per combat too. Diva forms, it will pay off if upgraded after 3 turns. So I feel like Deus Ex Machina will give me more value in most rounds. The other option is Omega.
Yeah, but for bosses and act bosses and mini bosses, it might be that the one that gives you 2 every round ends up being better, and those are the battles where we struggle the most.
Fair, but it also stops me from doing other stuff though. So no, that's a good point. Yeah, I think Diva form probably is for the longer fights. That's a good point. Okay, I'll take Diva.
Yeah, because this demon form that gave me a strength at the start of every turn was really awesome in this longer fights.
Yeah, I was considering Omega. It's 5 damage to an entire row base, and then 6 on the backside, but at a cost of 3, that's 2 per point. For an entire row, it's all my energy. I'm not as driven by that. If I had already a lot of miracles, that would have been an easy one. But without the miracles already there, Omega's really hard to play. Okay, and Nicole, what did you take again?
I took the curse key.
Oh, right.
So what does that do?
Oh, you mean what card did I take?
Yeah.
I took All for One.
What does that do?
All for One, put all 0 cost cards from your discard pile into your hand.
Oh, fuck. And what does it do if you upgrade it?
It's just 3 damage.
But still,
three
damage and
attack.
that.
Yeah, like basically the thing is, the play for that is put all of your claws in your discard pile and then pull them all into your hand.
And then play them all again.
And then claw the ever-loving fuck out of the enemy.
Holy shit, that could get really powerful.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that is now all of our rewards. Thank you for reminding. That would be bad. And now we're done. So thank you very much for joining.